Nomoi, it is Joinin, and before I really started pursuing a career on YouTube, I did the so-called responsible thing and got a degree. That is right, I have a degree in design and digital media. So I decided to put my design degree to some actual use and react to some absolutely terrible designs online. There's one problem. Most of these designs have nothing to do with digital media. And so I'm about as qualified to give my opinion on them as the average Joe. Or so it seemed. See, over the course of 3 years, I reviewed 213 of these terrible designs, which I like to think actually does qualify me to give an opinion. And I recorded every single one. A monumental journey of discovery through the very worst designs on the internet. Starting with, we have an actual design related one first up. Arial font. Uppercase I, lowercase L, the exact same, which always frustrated me so much, not just Arial, because let's be real here, one needs to be taller than the other, specifically hold on. How am I thinking about this? Specifically gosh, so much for a design degree. I don't even know which one's supposed to be taller. I think the L. I think it's the L. Anyway, it's just annoyed me that just in the English language, in general, like the English written language, why is uppercase I and lowercase L the exact same thing? Why does it have to be like that? I know, it's only in sans serif. Is it a confusion? But still, it's frustrating. Oh, nice. Dot a couple lights around. Hey, look, you know, if the illumination works, that is shocking. That is really bad. Even if you wanted that many lights, you could have done it in so many different, better ways. Oh, why are they like that? Just get bigger lights. Just get bigger lights if you want more light. Or just, I don't know, stronger bulbs. It looks like an octopus, but like, not even symmetrical. Our municipality made bike lanes for us finally. Oh yeah, nice. This is exactly the subreddit we looked at the other day. You had one job. No, actually, if you were to take this as you had one job, it would actually make a lot of sense because the person who painted these lines indeed had one job, and that job was not to knock a piece of concrete over. That's not their job. I mean, it's fair enough, you can just go around, but I guess that's what makes it a bad design then. Just because you don't understand it doesn't make it bad. It's a challenge. It's just a hurdle. It's actually just for pros. You gotta bunny hop it. Why is it there anyway? Here's the real thing. Even before the bike lanes were painted there, this is still a super random piece of concrete. Oh my gosh. Oh, what? Why are people always trying to make toilet seats as ugly as they possibly can? Like, why is every custom toilet seat just absolutely horrid? That looks actually disgusting. And even if we set aside the design pattern here just literally looking like an absolute spray splatter of an accident, why are we making a toilet lid see-through? At that point, what's the point of the lid? A see-through toilet lid just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. I know that there shouldn't really be anything in the toilet that you're trying to hide, but, you know, you're not cleaning your toilet every time you go. It still takes, at the very least, a little while to get around to cleaning it, and it's not always going to be spick and spam, let's be honest. Please don't say splatter in that context. Oh my goodness, that is terrifying. That is actually terrifying. Look at these faces at the bottom here. My goodness, they love it though. They love it. Both of them. Hey, look, if someone enjoys it, look at this one up here. I actually think it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool in a really dumb way. Like, it's absolutely terrifying, but as long as you're okay with that, I kind of like it. Believe, empower, lead, inspire, support, create. Beanra. Why is it Beanra? It could have just as easily have been Belisk. Why is Beanra the better one to go with? Like, an acrostic poem. Pick the first letter. But Belisk is not any worse than Beanra anyway. Why is it like this? He did that. It has bean in it. That's why it's Beanra. Just because it's got the word bean in it. Belisk. I googled it and I think it's resident salt. Beanra actually is a thing. There's a reason for it to be Beanra. Even still, that is not how acrostic poems work. And look, if you were gonna cheat an acrostic poem and you wanted it to be vertically, at the very least, center your red letters. Like, have the words slightly offset so that the red letters run down in the middle and you can actually read Beanra if Beanra is so important to you. There's a little design bit for you. A little solution there to your design problem. Die. die. Hey, look, I mean, it kind of works, right? Because we got like, you know, Diesel. You got such a masculine energy in the form of a brand named Diesel. Why don't we just go all the way and say Diesel die basic? Diesel die basic. You know, it's just manly. Undies that say die, so manly. I mean, if you've got to show 3 letters, what's better? Is, esse, or sell? Sell. This apartment in Munich, price tag around, I hate, here's bad design. I hate design, but there's no commas. $500,000. Has a sloping floor because it's right above the underground garage. I've been wanting to make one of these videos about like terribly designed houses because they've been going around at the moment. There was a listing I found just the other day that popped up in Melbourne that's got some absolutely shocking choices, but I just need a couple more. How are you supposed to get to the toilet? Yeah, I imagine you sit on that thing and your legs just dangle. Your legs are just like, wee! You could just kick your legs back and forth while sitting on the toilet. This is like a dude's nightmare, trying to pee into that thing, because like you can't really stand over it very well. You'd be really short compared to it. You've got to kind of... Look, like I said, I'm just here to provide solutions. Why the toilet up there? If you were going to put anything up there, why the toilet? Not only that, just flatten it out. Add a couple stairs or something. I don't know. This reeks of aftermarket windows. I guess it's the back of the house, not the front. Yeah, I guess that is something you never really think about. You can't just put windows on your house and them look fine on the inside. You got to also think about their placement on the outside. My Sims builds when I was 6. This has got to be like one of those like laws where it's like, no, there absolutely has to be a light here. And they're like, okay. It gets weirder the longer you look at it. I assume that this is going to still require some, what's the word? Rendering. I imagine they're still gonna, you know how this one's got all the paint on the outside? There's probably gonna get a little dash of paint. It's not gonna look like that when it's done. But it is always going to have a street light going straight through the balcony. Why couldn't they just shorten that one too? They shortened that one. Why can't they just make that one short? I mean, setting aside the fact that it would be actually really annoying to live in this apartment because there would just be a light on the entire night. Right there. Right out front your window that you can't turn off. You just get out there and pull the globe out yourself. All right, we got some emojis. Let's start at the bottom. WhatsApp. That's a mouse. Samsung. Another mouse. Microsoft. Flat mouse. Google, slightly less flat. It's a flat, but it has a gradient. Apple. Soap. Just soap. Oh, it's so dumb, Apple. I get it. I get that you're trying to be like, oh, our mouses are clean. They don't have any sweeping. Setting aside the fact that that mouse is the single worst thing that anyone has ever designed. It sucks and I hate it. It's an emoji. Think about the use case here, Apple. When someone sends a photo of an emoji of a mouse, they're never gonna use this because the other person isn't gonna know what they're talking about. The whole point of the emoji is to convey something. This does not convey mouse. If you write the word mouse next to it, someone might be like, I guess? Apple mouse, it's so bad. Yeah, at uni, I don't understand. I don't get it. At uni, in an actual design course, they sat those mice in front of us and we had to use those things. They're just, you get to the point where you bring your own mouse. Like, yeah, they were like Wacom touch, not touch. They were like Wacom pen input screens, but you're not gonna like click on everything just like on the screen. You still want to be able to use a mouse, especially in Illustrator. They're so annoying. They would get dirty. Yeah, they get all grimy around the seams. If they made a mouse with no buttons and no wheel, yeah, it's all touch. Ugh. Why? A mouse of all things should be as tactile as you can possibly make it. Technically, it does have clicks, but buttons are for poor people. Be playful. The no. There's no good way around that either. That's the problem with it. You set yourself up here for a solution that you can't solve. We have B and the right way up, and then we have playful on its side. And then we have zoo, the right way up, not on its side. But you can't swap it either. You can't rotate this 90 degrees because you end up with the exact same problem. Then it also just looks like it says the new. What you need to do in this situation is rethink the whole thing. You can't have playful going down like this if you're gonna want to do the same with zoo. Bog. Think bog. And Apple will help you do it too. If you're ever a little bit constipated, Apple will help you slurp out a sweet bog. Slurp is the wrong choice of words. There's an SL word I'm thinking of. Slide out a sweet bog. Just get it, and Apple will do it. Think bag. Yeah, you're right. It's bag. It's bog, but it's just definitely not big. We all know that's what you're going for here. At the very most, I'm giving you think bag. Oh, we've got an emergency phone that triggers whenever you open this locker. They probably get rang so often. My goodness, that is terrifying. Yes, a bog is a swamp. It's also what comes out of your butt. Maybe that's an Australian terminology. It's absolutely terrifying. What's he on, first of all? What's he... Like, is he lying across it? He's massively wide mouth. I guess this is a bubble gun, and he makes bubbles out of his mouth. Why does he even need to make bubbles out of his mouth? There's so many other ways you could have done this with Ben 10. We've got a sheriff car making a difference in Comic Sans. Yes, here it is. The Comic Sans. The single biggest troublemaker in design history. So the whole Comic Sans thing, I think it does full circle. I think you kind of go all the way back around where you're allowed to use Comic Sans again in design. And I understand that Comic Sans actually has a lot of really useful situations. Apparently it's really good for people with dyslexia and all that kind of thing. It's not to say that Comic Sans is not a useful font. The issue comes from when people use it in just the wrong situations, because it's by all means an ugly font. The quotation marks that would do it for me. Oh, true. We've got a sheriff car. You're probably right. That's probably the actual point of this image. Making a difference. Yeah, that's what we're doing. I was just too caught up on the Comic Sans debate. I liked Comic Sans as a kid. Every kid likes Comic Sans. Comic Sans is the only default Windows comic font. And that's the whole idea of Comic Sans. It was attempting to be... Whose was it? It was someone's proprietary. It might have just been Apple's, but I doubt it. I think it was someone else's... I don't know. I should know. Someone else's proprietary comic font, and they wanted to rip it off the same way Arial was a rip-off of... Helvetica. But in the making of Comic Sans, they instead made something that looks like it's for kindergarteners, which if you're going to use it for kindergarteners, then by all means. I'm using Comic Sans in better Twitch TV chat now. Oh, it's like, you remember back in the day, you know what's terrible design? Is back in the day when Samsung used to let you change their font and everybody had that one way worse, terrible looking font. They would all change it to that one that was just the most ugly looking thing they could come up with. Is it still a thing? You can still do it? Wait, these are the fonts they let you they let you choose from. They're all shocking. Why would anyone want any one of these fonts? Oh, you can get fonts online? Maybe this was like someone's custom ones. This one here, I remember it being a lot worse than that though. This is still bad, and I don't think anyone should ever have their phone in this font unless you'd like bad things. But I feel like there was one that was more like it had squiggles in it. They still let you do it? You can still download fonts? I actually appreciate that idea that you can download fonts and you can change the font to whatever you want. But why are they giving you this one? Add Pro. Like what? Astronauts even. What are these terrible fonts? Samsung 1, that's pretty good. That's all right. Default, if you really want something readable, go Gothic Bold. Help. Firefighter Kevin needs your help to get through this maze. Well, Firefighter Kevin's an idiot because all he needs to do is turn around. Wow. One little line here and you would have solved this problem. Oh, RAF sign. Graphic design. No. I can't believe that. There's an actual graphic design place that has the single worst graphic design for their signage. That is shocking. That is so bad. Comic Sans. Comic Sans would be better. Just Comic Sans and just a white font, whatever. I don't care. It'd be better than this. Oh, yes. Herpes mug. What's it supposed to say? Wait, what's it supposed to say? Herbs with an E? An extra E? Is this another language? Or is it actually just a herpes mug? Maybe they just open at night so you can read it better. A graphic design place that only opens at night. Yeah, you see, I, stream on Twitch during the day and then I moonlight graphic design. It's just sort of like a passion project for me. Heroes? It could be heroes. I think that's probably what it is then. Heroes. Why does it say heroes though? It's kind of an odd thing to have written on a... Maybe this is one of those situations where there's like a blank bit here and then you can get whatever word you want printed, but it doesn't look like it because then these lines wouldn't always line up. Either way, herpes mug. That's bad design. This says here, the art on a train table just looks like a disgusting stain. This here is supposed to be art on a table? Why would you do that? Why would you do that? No. Someone just spilled a pudding cup. Yeah, and then they're like, oh, it's beautiful. And they just scan it and print it on every single table in the train. What is it? Yeah, I don't know. I think this thing looks a little bit like a flower. That's as far as I've gotten. Is it? I think maybe it's supposed to just be abstract. That is shocking. Imagine being in the cleaner and you're just trying to rub it off for like an hour and you're like, oh, it just won't come off. Then you finally move on to the next one and pull it down. You realize they're all like that. The pen exploded. Like, yes. It's a bird? How is it a bird? You explain to me, what part of this is what? Is this supposed to be a head? Then what's this? That can't be the leg. Surely it's not a bird. A duck? It's a duck? I literally have the scene from Monty Python and the Holy Grail in the chat. Everyone's just like, I don't know, it's a duck. Flower top left. The rest, yeah, I feel like there's a flower. I cannot make any sense of the rest of this. A fox? Come along and play with my duck. It's right here on the tray table. Yikes. That's pretty scary. Did they not think about that? That things look scary when you fold them in half? Have they not seen dollar bills folded in half? Oh no. Oh no. Star Wars. Asked. Or. Asked o re. Star Wars. Arstory. The weirdest thing about that is that reading it, even though it doesn't say that, you just want to think that this says Star Wars Art Store, right? Like, I can't help but read that as Star Wars Art Store. All right, what do we have? We got, I guess, a design, a street layout design, which I am not at all qualified to say anything on, but we've got 93rd Doctor, N-E, not 93rd Drive, I guess, NE, 93rd Curve, 93rd Avenue, NE, something. There's a blank street, 92nd Avenue, 91st Lane, this is absolutely horrid. What is this, New York? I remember playing the GeoGuessr and having to deal with this in New York. It makes absolutely no sense. 91st, 90th, 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 89th, 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 89th. But then we've got lanes and drives and curves and avenues. That is shocking. Yeah, imagine being like delivery man or like just your mate lives here and they give you the address and you're like, no, I'm here. And you're like, no, you're one down. You go one down. No, you're still one more down. Naming streets with numbers is just for confusion. How can it even work? Numbers would make sense if this was 1st Street, 2nd Street, 3rd Street, 4th Street. That would be perfectly fine. My bedhead has a constantly lit LED built into the light switch that is bright enough to see the entire room with at night. Fun fact, blue light is most likely to mess up with your brain's ability to sleep. If this ain't super relatable, I mean, I don't know to this extent, that is actually shocking, but everybody has something in their room with a light on. My bedroom is just covered in duct tape. Just anything with a light has duct tape over it because I hate light at night. People need to stop putting lights on things when they're off. The light should not mean that it is off. The light should mean it's on. This door at my parents' building leads straight to their storage space. What? That is pretty silly. This is exactly the not my job subreddit. This is just, although actually it is your job. That's exactly what your job is, to stop people from being able to get into the storage space. So far, we haven't looked at any graphic designs, which, might I add, I have a degree in digital design, not in doorway design, but even I could maybe come up with a slightly better solution than that. My oven uses a touchscreen, so whenever I open it, the steam gets on the touchscreen and messes the settings. Wow. So, okay, some company had absolutely zero like R&D, no testing at all in their products. Like they just release it, have no clue. They're like, meh, last minute. They had buttons on it right up until production, and then they're like, oh, we just ran out of buttons. Oh well, chuck a touchscreen on it. No QC. That's not QC. Wait, you talking quality control? Because that's not quality control. That's just shouldn't have put it there to begin with. Unless your Q stands for something other than quality. No questions. No question control. No questions corrected. There we go. My high school commissioned a bulldog statue. This is the result. It's a little bit funny on its own, but it's way funnier with this one right up there to compare it to. You've got this one, that one, the evil, scary looking one, and then you got this guy. You versus the bulldog she tells you not to worry about. He's seen things.
You just get in there and you can sip it right up. Love,
London, Tokyo, New York, Barcelona, New York. Where do you guys find these things? I want this. I want this mug. That's just great. It's bad design just in general, first of all. What's even the connection between love and these very specific 4 cities? Even if this was correct, let's just ignore this for a second. Do you reckon there's someone out there who is just like, I just wish, sure, you can always get these London mugs or Tokyo mugs. I can't pick. I have 4 favorite cities: London, Tokyo, New York, and Barcelona. I love them. I just wish I could get a mug with like an acrostic poem of love down the side. But you could do it though. That's the thing. The Y is there in the New York, but it just wouldn't look right because it wouldn't line up. Wait, what did I just say? What just happened to me? What happened in my head just here? Oh, that's not, you don't spell love with a Y? What made me think the Y was what you needed? Okay, yeah. On further inspection, I guess you can kind of see where they're coming from. We love you, Jonah. Thank you. You can maybe sort of see where they're coming from because they're like, look, I'm going to use one of these V's in the W. If Finnish lady was actually reading out the donations, she would tell you that in Finnish, it's actually Gaksdois Ve, which means double V, not U. And I guess they're using one of the V's. I don't know. It's still, I still want it though. Oh, this is cursed. Like, this is horrendous. Your cats should not be able to tear up the side of your bathtub. Like, that just doesn't make any sense. Why do people do this? Why do people carpet bathrooms? I don't even care that it's up the bathtub. It's the fact that it's on the floor. Like, the side of the bathtub is less offensive to me than just carpet on the floor in general. You got carpet around your toilet? Like, that's grotty. You are assuming that every man who goes to that toilet has perfect aim. And look, maybe majority do, but there's got to be a couple that don't. One person in chat, I like it. The wallpaper is nasty. Yeah, I mean, sure, but this is the real problem here. The mold. Ah, think of the mold. And then you just get out of your tub, just dripping all over the carpet. It feels wrong. That's a decent chunk of reading material for the toilet. Or is that the... Hold on, is that the toilet paper? There's no toilet paper. Oh, no. Nah, the toilet paper is on the bathtub. You gotta really lean across. It gets weirder the longer you look at it. Let's see, we got 2 puzzle pieces, coffee and donut. They just go together. Ah, but you see, they don't. The big issue here with the slogan there, they just go together, is that with the illustration you have given, they don't. Finally, some bad design. It was so easy as well. All you had to do was have a little cutout here instead of a poke out. You could have so easily, they wouldn't have had to be perfect, but this thing could have fit. And then it's still tacky. I would say bad design, but it would have worked. They do not fit. Oh! We got magnesium glycinate with vitamin C with a giant emoji. But it's not vitamin D. It is, in fact, magnesium with vitamin C. That's actual bad design. Oh, I see. So the supplement company is called Deal. And so they have a smiley face. That's like their logo. And then they just whack it on all their vitamins. The massive letter D on all of their vitamins, regardless of whether it's vitamin D or not. I don't think that's a very smart idea. Do we have tiny pool or do we have giant child and dog? It does say pet pool, which makes me think it is a tiny pool, but a lot of people would see that and their first immediate thought would be giant pool. No, sorry. Giant. Yeah, normal size, which is pretty giant pool. So equally giant people. Do you text while driving or do you wait until you get to your destination? Yes, no. Yes, I do text while driving. Yes, I do wait until I get to my destination. There's actually so much wrong with this. It's not just that you're not actually asking a yes or no question, or you've asked 2 opposing yes or no questions and then only given the answers yes or no. You've also done it in like a weird Venn diagram kind of way that makes you think that there's some like crossover. Even though you haven't like outlined it, it still makes you feel like there's like this weird crossover section where there's like 5% that are like yes and no because they didn't understand the question. And the 19 is bigger. You're right. There's so much wrong with it. Here I am missing the most obvious point of the entire design flaw. Oh, that is actually very misleading. This would be, you know what? Though, you know what? This is so wrong. Like everything is so wrong that it just starts to make sense. Because when you get these 2 opposing questions and you answer yes and you don't know which one you're answering, you're confused. And so they need to confuse you back so that this question and this answer doesn't mean anything. You cannot pull anything from this. If the circles were correct sizes and all that kind of stuff, you'd just be even more confused. Whereas with the incorrect size circles, we'll get our weird little Venn diagram thing here. And we've got 2 opposing questions. We can just look at this and say, you have given me no information. I cannot even begin to figure out what this data is. There's a sense of satisfaction there. Oh, and the 19 and 81 doesn't even add up. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. This has to be like, there's too much wrong with it. It has to be made up. The original caption said that they found it in their high school yearbook. Seems like a random place to find that. Oh, it does add up? Oh, guys. You guys, I didn't even... Oh, guys. You guys are horrible to me. I am sorry, okay? I was focused on the circles overlapping. I wasn't doing the math. I just glanced over to chat and I see someone saying and they don't add up. And I go, and they don't even add up. I'm not sitting there thinking, wait a second, yes, they do. I'm jumping on the bandwagon, having a go at the design, talking about how terrible it is. You totes swooshed us, it was on purpose, and you guys fell for it. I knew all along. You guys just don't understand humor. Hey, look, the video is called Designer Reacts to Bad Designs, not Mathematician Reacts to 19 plus 81. Because you've got to be a mathematician to figure that one out. We've been whooshed. You guys have been majorly whooshed. You guys must feel pretty silly right now. Can't believe you fell for that. You have heard of the High School Bulldog Commission. Now I raise you the High School Wildcat. What's with these derpy statues? It's like, that's so scary. It's kind of cute. Yeah, but you think cute is what they were going for? It kind of looks like you would say, feels a little bit like me trying to add 19 and 81 together. That's going to be one of those memes that it's going to live forever. 19 plus 81. Just joined the stream. How you doing today, joining? Yeah, look, not good. I'm, mood-wise, perfectly fine. Mentally, I'm not on the ball today. We'll say that. Oh, I see. There's a roof, and there's a gap and there's a bench directly under it. So where you are to sit is right there, where the rain falls. Very smart design. Unfortunately, the layperson is not interested enough in maths to really care about 19 plus 81. What's 18 plus 91, Jordan? Ooh, you trying to get me there. You trying to get me there. I'm not falling for your tricks. That's Finland, is it? Torperon. Doesn't sound very Finnish. It's Polish. It's not Finland. Very so happy. GG, man. Yeah, but people are thinking you might be wrong. Wrong. You got things wrong. And so we will laugh at you and we will hold it against you. Oh, we've got another one. We've got another. What is with train stations? It's right there. All you need is you just straight down. The caption says all you need is a slight breeze and the bench gets completely drenched. NASA Ingenuity helicopter lands in New Martian airfield in 5th flight. What? Oh, the circles. Right. I was assuming the post had circled them, but that is the thing. There they are. Guys, in case you couldn't see them, they're right here. Oh, wait, what? They actually line up. So this actually is the menu button, and that is channel up, and then that one is channel down, and then volume up. Why? Just put menu and input together. Why would you do that? Especially because usually these things are like on the side or behind the TV, and so you can't even see the labels usually. So you kind of just feel into the buttons anyway. The TV is so loud. Please turn it left. Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, volume left and right is not as weird as the button placement itself. The fact that you have to use the bottom button on the middle button rocker to turn your volume up, and then the top button on the bottom volume rocker to turn it down. The ramp in front of a bank office. Oh, I see. Straight into the door. It doesn't help that they're keeping the door wide open. But even if they weren't, you'd have to kind of come all the way up here, turn around, and then open the door. Was it the remote? What's with this? Oh, that's not a remote. That's for a wheelchair. That makes a lot of sense. You guys are the idiots for thinking it was a remote. I am very smart, guys. This video is a great example of the pure brain power behind the Joinin channel. Big brain. I am proper monkey brain today. That's right. I embrace it for the sake of the comedy, you know? Is he putting it on? Or does it just come naturally? Top 10 questions that science can't answer. We will never know. So this is on the back of a photo frame. Pictures cannot be centered level because of uneven number of notches. Oh, it's always gonna tilt. That's annoying. The quick solution though is to put 2 pins in the wall. If you put 2 pins, then you'd be good. Obviously that could have been solved with just a better design of the thing, but still, if it is stressing you out, put 2 pins. See, I can make up for it. I've got a little bit of brains left in there, okay? I was just saving up my brains for that one moment. What on earth? This shirt is labeled Anxiety for Kids. That's the brand. That's not even bad design. That's just like, what are you doing? This calls out to me for some reason. Anxiety for kids. Anxiety for SIDS. Hey, we already got that. Don't need more. Bubbles. Easy carry bubble play. Wand inside. Oh no. Bubbles on the go? That's in a drinking pouch. You put bubbles in a drinking pouch. 3+. A 3-year-old getting a hold of this is slurping this bad boy down in like 5 seconds flat. Someone is drinking this. Guaranteed. Why you gotta make it look like yogurt? Be una polo getty cully you. Be una polo getty cully. Una. I'm trying to figure this one out. Unapologetically, okay? That is bad though, okay? I'm not even taking the L on that one. That is the design's fault. Like, that is shocking. It's like that thing where you get people to spell I or whatever. You know what I mean? The EYE thing and yeah, whatever. I don't know. You know the one I'm talking about. It's terrible. You are correct. Yeah. I am unapologetically being me. I unapologetically couldn't read this. I am not going to apologize. That is one of the worst this type of design fails I've ever seen. He sounds Spanish. Una polo getty Kelly. The coronavirus is mutating and can infect more easily. Keep a greater safe distance, over 2 meters. Oh, dang, that is a long person from shoulder to shoulder. That is a broad-shouldered person. 2 meters? 2 meters. Finish. There you go, Fermion. Finally, it's your chance. Squami mainito. Can we get some Torilla Tavatans in chat? This is actually just normal in Finland. Everyone in Finland is 2 meters from shoulder to shoulder, and the over 2 meters thing is also really poorly centered. I'll add that much. Snack Mitch. Where's Mitch? Where's Mitchy when you need him? Here's your snack. This is exactly how he eats cornettos. What kind of monster just takes a bite out of the side of a cornetto? That's what Mitch does. Ah, such a Mitch thing to do. Wheelchair access that has a step. Now, I studied digital media design, which doesn't really qualify me to talk much about this, but it's still silly. And we can still laugh at it and say, that is dumb. But also, there are probably some digital design things that we can talk about. So you just believe me. It's a good video. Keep watching. Plus, I have a floor cam. So anyway, here we go. Straight up, it's some bad design. I actually like it. I mean, it's hilarious. Now, obviously not digital design, but still, someone didn't think about it. In fact, someone was maybe thinking a little bit too digitally. They were designing this on a computer screen, not thinking for a second that this was actually going to be put on some toilet rolls or whatever it is. Look at the face on the... good stuff. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Now, before anyone comments, before anyone in the chat jumps on this and says, oh, I like it though. I think it's kind of neat. You must not live in a hot area. Because on a hot day, this will peel your skin off. Not to mention, it doesn't look very comfortable or like a good design in general. But my goodness, on a hot day and freezing in the winter, yeah, well, true. But I guess I'm just now trying to think. Park benches, a lot of them are made of metal, aren't they? So it would be the same thing? Is it just the fact that it's like corrugated iron just draws attention to the fact that they're making chairs out of metal? Is this just opening our eyes to the fact that actually metal park benches are pretty common anyway? Aren't most made of wood though? Yeah, but you can imagine, you know, they paint them green or something and they're in like these little slats and they kind of bend them around. Fairly common. Or wood? Yeah, obviously wood works best. A speed hump on a downhill slope with no drainage. Hey, look, it's gonna work though. That is gonna slow people down. People are gonna see the big pile of water and they're gonna slow down for it. Like, I don't know what to tell you. Bought an automatic soap dispenser. It could not resist water and the battery's rusted. Right. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's a soap dispenser. It's gonna be in a watery environment. Give the batteries some better cover. Put them somewhere else. Make it at least a little bit waterproof. This poor little machine was designed to end its own life. Next up, we have women's jeans. Oh no. Oh no, the whole pocket is there, but you have only access to a tiny portion. Why? You could so put some like deep quote on this and put it on like, I'm 14 and this is deep. Something about society and women and the way the world, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? There's something there. It's just ridiculous. It's like, I've always known that women's pockets are tiny, but this is infuriating because it's like the whole pocket is actually there. You could have access to the whole pocket, but they lock you off from it. They decide that it's just not for you. You are wearing women's jeans, so you must have small pocket. trying to figure this one out. There's a caption actually describing it, but it doesn't even make sense even without the caption. How do you figure? There's a light there. When the light is on, do you think the AC is on or do we think the AC is off? How do we make any sense of this? What are we thinking? I want to actually get a poll before I tell you what the actual answer is. I'm polling the Twitch chat to see what they think. The light is on. Does that mean the AC is on or the AC is off? I would show you the poll, but the poll website is down, so I have to do it through Twitch, which I can't show on the stream. Regardless, everybody seems to think that the light on means that the AC is off, which does, I guess, maybe make more sense because it says AC off. So if the light is on, it's like 64% of people voted that. The answer is a light to tell you that the AC is off in the car. Light goes off when AC is on. You guys were right. The light on means the AC is off. Wolf Goral. You could almost read it as Walf. Walf Goral. Nice little number plate thing there. Why would you even get that in the first place? Yeah, I'm a bit of a wolf girl. I'm nothing like them other girls. I'm a wolf girl. Cheers. I don't know what the thinking is behind the floor cam. Fear. Oh, it says really faintly, face your fear. But from a distance, all you really see is Elsa, and it just says fear. Fear me. Nice little sweet tat there. Getting Elsa and fear written on you. Everybody's gonna leave you alone at school now. School bully comes up, you're like, step back. Because I got Elsa and fear on my side. At least it's not permanent. Well, yeah, but someone, please, someone get this tattooed permanently. Hey, look, someone got a lemon carton tattoo. I think more than one person has. So, like, you know, maybe if I really beg. Viewers, come on. Do it for the meme. You won't regret it. I promise. Welcome, Shorpers. Hello, Shorpers. Shorpers. What's up, Shorpers? I feel like it feels like an insult. It feels like what a British person would call, it's like a cross between like a pauper and a shopper. It's like a shopper with no money. We welcome Shorpers here. We've got some really cheap things. Sounds like a family vlogging fan base. What's up, Shoppers? Welcome back to another video. Me and the fam squad heading down to the pizza shop today. We're gonna get a custom pizza with Toddy's face on it. Oh, finally. Finally. We've got some good digital design to critique. Now, look, there's not much wrong. There's not much wrong. Just a little bit to talk about. You know, their photoshopping skills leave just a slight bit to be desired. I can kind of tell that it's been photoshopped and that this is not a real suitcase. She waving at someone? She's psyched. Hey, you know, maybe joke's on us. Hey, come and check it out. I've got a 2D suitcase. It's wild. No matter what angle you look at it from, the texture stays the same. It looks edited. Yeah, you're probably right. Wait, so you're saying it's not a real suitcase? You know, I'm going out on a limb. I'm gonna put my credit card on that bill. I don't think it really looks like that in real life. I'm just gonna say it. Yeah, the real question is it green? Maybe that's what they're trying to say. It's just a green suitcase, and they're trying to show you what you can do with it. Nice. Sonic, what is this? What is it like? What is this little cravat that he's wearing? It's almost more terrifying than the movie one. Sonic. The funny thing is that it comes with a card to show you what it should look like. This is like an example of one of those people who just like, they made a figure just from memory. They're like, all right, my job is to make a Sonic figure, but I'm not allowed to look up what Sonic looks like. You just gotta go based on what you thought. All right, the caption is, this speed hump they installed in front of my house is about as useful as a perforated cereal bowl. People just drive down the middle of the road to avoid it. It's so kind of them. They gave you perfectly clear tracks to drive through right in the middle, so you don't have to drive through over either of them. What was the thinking here? I don't even understand what they're getting at. Surely this is too skinny for a car to fit both of its wheels on. Are you supposed to drive one wheel over here and one wheel over the middle bit? Is that what they're thinking? These are the speed humps that like hoons install, you know? They got like a secret agenda. They're out there doing their job. They're like, yeah, no, it's fine. We got this like new design. It saves on materials. We'll do it. We'll install it. Later that night, they take out their Skylines, their Nissan Skylines, go zooming, hooning down the road, straight down the middle. It was all an inside job all along. The built-in USB charger in my hotel lamp wasn't working, so I turned it over to take a look. Oh my goodness. Wait, so this is just like a power plug, and they've like manually wired it. Those wires are so close to each other. Yeesh. That is slightly sketchy. The green clear button and the yellow enter button makes a lot of sense. Type your pin code in 5 times. Why? Why does it keep disappearing? Think about these things. Think about these things before you print them. Oh, geez, that took me a while to actually like figure out what I'm looking at. When you look here, it makes it look like these are on the same level, but in front. Like it looks like these are like chairs or something. But as you look further back, you realize that it's all... Do you guys see what I'm seeing? Like there's like an optical illusion here. When you look at the front, it looks like this is like a... Like it swoops up and then swoops back down, and it's sitting in front of the fence here, but it's not. I see it. Oh, okay, thank you. I'm not crazy. Yeah, it's an illusion. That's not the point of the photo. They were saying like what? They're like, yeah, thanks for the railing. I'm not gonna fall in now because the railing is so short, but I'm just more distracted by the optical illusion that's happening. You zoom in on the back, please. Yeah, okay. So you see here, when you look at the back, it's just, you know, it's a waterway thing, whatever you call it. It's a ditch, and there's a fence, and then it sweeps down. But when you look at the front, it can kind of seem a little bit like this is like a sweepy thing standing in front of this thing. You guys get what I'm getting at? Okay, but all the ohs in chat. Oh my goodness, it's shocking. Was born, the world you were, I was born. Sigma the go? Sigma the go. What on earth? Was born. The world you were, I was born. Sigma the go. Even if the words made sense, it's still absolutely shocking. It's terrible. Can this make any sense somehow? I don't think there's any way it makes any sense. I'd get it just to confuse people. People always post photos of these kinds of things and say, this is terrible, but you need to buy it. You need to buy those things in that moment and wear it. We seek where was my born. There's no way it makes any sense. You cannot arrange this in any sort of way that it makes sense. Random pink square. Yeah, well, you know, that's just for flavor. That's just to make it look super wicked. You think the square is a pocket? Oh my goodness, it's a pocket. It's a pocket, and it's like stitched on the inside, so it's got little flappy bits on the outside. It is a pocket. Maybe the rest of the words are tucked in there to make it make sense. It's red. No, that's a pink pocket. It feels forbidden. The forbidden shirt. Yeah, you're right. It's like it's a chant. You accidentally summon a demon if you read it the right way. It's red though. Pink. Oh gosh. Have we got another blue dress on our hands? Definitely pink. It's pink. I think the majority of us are saying pink. There's just a couple people who are saying it's red. But pink and red are fairly similar colors anyway. What? Why has he got his buns out and his head backwards? What? Buns plus... Don't take photos of this guy's buns. What are they trying to say? No dogs. No poopy. Maybe they're saying, oh, you got to put your poop in the bag. All right. I'm making sense of this. You've got to put your poop in a bag and then in another bag and then in the bin, but you're not allowed any dogs. So when you poop, you get your buns out. Plus your underwear? I don't know. Are they saying you got to put your human poop in a bag? Is it a nudist beach? It doesn't look like a beach kind of a background. I guess swimwear is optional. I actually don't know what it's trying to say. Surely that is an actual butt. Surely that's not accidental. It's at a swamp. The original poster said this is next to a swamp, which makes it so much more confusing. It's not at a beach. It's at a swamp. Non-nudity and nudity allowed. Yeah. Both is good. The local nudist swamp. You don't have those. But no dogs. But poop is fine. No dogs. Just if you're gonna poop, make sure to bag it. What on earth? Oh, this is at a cemetery? Why? Why do this? How do you actually be the person to do this? Whichever came first, whether this was already here or whether this came through later, either way, whether you're the path man or whether you're the garden man, one of you needs to not do this. What? The ultimate hair tonic for real men. The Bluebeard's revenge. You're selling a vial of poison. Bluebeards is supposed to be like pirate themed. Instead, we just have poison. Just spraying poison on your beard. What is hair tonic? What does that do? Can you get hair gin? Can someone please explain to me hair tonic? It's poison, clearly. I don't know. No one knows. Wait, so no one knows what hair tonic is? Basically, like seltzer. I know what tonic is that you drink. I'm just wondering what it is. What it is in this context. Nobody knows. Seltzer water? No. Okay. What does hair tonic do? Tonics break down buildup of other grooming products without weighing hair down. They help hold the hair in place, make it easier to style. Other benefits include moisturizing dry hair, lubricating a dry scalp, reducing split ends and broken hair. Okay. I don't know if that really explained to me what it is. Hair tonic's usually a liquid, can be sometimes packaged as pomade. Ah, okay, sure. Got it. Some variants also restore mana. Oh, goodness. Jeez. The crossword on this would be insane. Like, what's the word spanning across this whole thing? What's a word that has design in it and an M, 2 letters before it? That's not at all how they work. What does it even say? My home, O-I-M design. O-E-D, rand, natural, urban. I was about to say urban. Values. To the root. Mind. That is not how it works. But that's what I'm saying. You gotta buy this. Whenever you see stuff like this, you gotta buy it. Don't snap a photo. Snap it up. Oh, no. Oh, no. No, 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 no. What the... What? I'm so intrigued. What? Oh, is this a doorway there? Like here? Is that a doorway? I think it is. So you can get in through there and then you just bathe for the rest of the entire household to see. Or poop. Just imagining you pooping right here. Be you, chilling on the toilet. Your mate, your mum, your dad, whoever comes walking down the stairs. Just direct eye contact. Direct line of eye contact while you're pooping. That is not comfortable. I suppose this thing is a curtain in which, like, you would pull it around whenever you're using it. It's just so bizarre. I mean, like, to be kind of fair, if you lived alone, this would be kind of cool, right? You could bathe on top of your apartment. Like, you get to sit here and look out over your house. I don't know. You could have the TV on downstairs. I guess it would fog up in there. I don't know. If you lived alone, I could kind of see the appeal. Toilet emoji. Toilet paper emoji. Hi, mom. Snipe intruders from the bathtub. Now, you know what a simple explanation for this is? This is going to be like one of those really weird love hotels in Japan. And then you just go, ah. Okay. I never designed a computer tower, but here we are, critiquing it anyway. Oh, that's shocking. Wait, hold on. Wait, he got it in the end? Wait, how did... Oh, I see. You can't have a USB in. So it's not so not thought out that you can't even get a CD in there. You can. You just can't have anything else plugged in. Oh, that's so annoying. Although, not really. Because let's be honest, when was the last time you put a CD into your computer? None of my computers even have CD drives. I've got one portable USB CD drive, and I could not tell you where it is. Let me read to you the caption of this one before I show you. Gas station in Nebraska. The station's color scheme was red. They tried to get artsy. That is so bad for so many reasons. That is just shocking. Who actually thought that was a good idea? Follow someone home. Obey traffic rules. Yeah, great. Perfect advice. Follow traffic rules. Someone is waiting at home for you. I don't understand these. I don't understand how people sign off on this kind of stuff. Someone sat there and designed that, and they got real crafty. They're like, all right, you guys are gonna love this. Get this. Red, yellow, and green light. All the O's. Line them up. It says, follow traffic rules. Someone is waiting at home for you. The 3 traffic lights. That'll get people thinking. Follow someone home. Put the she in Shiro. What does that mean? The she's already in Shiro. That's kind of the whole point of the word. The caption makes a good point. Or, you know, the her in hero. Put her in hero. Like, 100% official Marvel Black Widow merch. Putting the she in Shiro. When did we stop? When did we stop putting the she in Shiro? Pointlessly gendered product. Yeah, it's also somewhat pointlessly gendered. And I don't actually know what I'm looking at, to be honest. I weirdly, like, looking at this picture, I weirdly get the idea that this thing is like some sort of dispenser. It's gonna shoot some like water out into this cup. Because like, why is it like this? Why is it framed like that? Are these the 2 items of merch that put the she in Shiro? I would not be able to tell you what logo this is. And I also wouldn't be able to be like, girl power. Dude, that cup puts the she in Shiro. I mean, look at it. It's got the thing, the shape, and then what's going on here? Like, what is even going on with this? Is that a watch? Is the Black Widow covering up like half the watch? What is it? What am I even looking at? Or does it like rotate? Do you have to like rotate her out of the way in order to see what the time is? So that most of the time when you look down, you just see Black Widow. But if you really want to know what the time is, then you kind of twist her around. And then why are you like holding it up like it's about to fall off your wrist? I have so many questions about this. Edim Giafad. Edim Giafad. Every day in Middle Georgia is Armed Forces Appreciation Day. Oh, okay. I was trying to figure out how that sentence was going to make any sense. Every day in Middle Georgia is Armed Forces Appreciation Day. Remember it with the catchy acronym, Edim Giafad. Why even bother? You know, we say every day in Middle Georgia is Armed Forces Appreciation Day so often. We need to make it real easy. Edim Giafad. We don't say hi in Middle Georgia. We just say Edim Giafad. Edim Giafad to you. Edim Giafad to you, good sir. Would you like a bag with that? Yes. Edim Giafad. Ah. Edim Giafad. I think we saw this in another sub. You, my friend, have been watching other Reddit tubers. And frankly, my heart is broken. I'm kidding. No, I feel like I haven't seen this one. Oh my goodness, that is what? I don't... How do you... Like, what happens? How did this happen? How do you even screw that up? That's what I'm saying. Like, how do you actually do that? How do you edit that so badly? No, it's not badly though. That's the problem. How do you do such a good job of doing your job so poorly? It's so well done. Why? That's the way we wear those in Germany? Yeah. Okay, that makes sense then. An apartment in London that has no front door, just a set of stairs leading up to a window. That's not an apartment. Someone's like subletted, like they've divided off the apartment that already existed, and they're like, hey, look, I mean, if we just put a set of stairs up in this window and wall this off, we get ourselves a full apartment we can lease out. This bathroom I saw while looking for a house. I feel like it is known that for some reason, 80% of the population has terrible taste in tiles. Whenever you go into practically any bathroom, the tiles are offensive, but none quite so much as this. I would already be a little bit mad with the tiles that are on the wall, to be honest. And then we have those on the floor. The pee-poo tiles. You know, there's like, let's be real here. There's a little bit of thought going into this design of this tile. They're like, you know, it's kind of like people that get like a brown or like a bronzy colored car, because they're trying to cover up for the dirt that they know is gonna appear on their panels. So here, you know, they're like, hey, look, we get it, it's a bathroom, it's a messy place, but this way you hide it very well. There's no mirror. Something weird about a bathroom with no mirror. At least it's not carpet in the bathroom. Let's be real. If I'm actually having to move into a place, I'd rather go into a bathroom with some shag carpet than in a bathroom that looks like this. I guess you could say, like, you could get some, like, you know, temporary tile, you know, those like flooring things to like cover over it, or just fill the place with rugs, or I don't know, you could cover it up somehow, but I'd just take the carpet at this point. Speed limit 35 between 6:45 and 7:45 a.m. and then 7:45 to 8:45 a.m. and then from 7:45 to 8:45 a.m. again, and then from 1:45 to 2:45 p.m. Then you get a 10-minute break where you just go whatever speed you want, and then from 2:55 to 3:55 you got to obey the speed limit again, but then you got to double obey it from the last 30 minutes there for 3:20 to 4:20. Not to mention, you've got to be able to take all that information in just as you're driving past it. That's just trolling, isn't it? Well, the caption says it's a speed limit sign posted in a school zone in Georgia. I don't think it's the time or place to be trolling. Wait, so this is in Jacksonville, Florida. It's supposed to say Jax, but it kind of looks like it says Lex? Derp? I definitely see a derp there. I see a lorp. Yeah, there's lorp or lerp, depending on how you want to read that one. Think in cursive joining? Sure, but that's not the problem, is it? Not to mention, it only looks like this if you look at it from this specific angle. Who knows? There's like infinite possibilities of what that thing could read. Le infinity? I like that one. What should it say? It should say Jax. J-A-X, as in for Jacksonville. That starts with J-A-C-K. There is no A. Yeah, that's supposed to be an A. Someone told me think in cursive. How is that an A?
Tell me you don't know how to make a layout without telling me you don't know how to make a layout. I'll go first.
What?
Don't worry, it gets better.
It's so angular. That's the most normal room in there. Why? Why so many walls? You have to take like 3 turns to just get into the place. That's one of those houses that would take you like twice as long to get to a point where you could walk through it, you know, in the dark or, you know, with your eyes closed. Not that you need to walk through your house with your eyes closed, but I'm saying if it's really dark, there's just like unnecessary bends and turns and angles everywhere. Wait. Caption says you must turn off the safety to shoot. There is no way to turn the safety back on without shooting the gun first. This shoots salt to kill flies. not Nerf darts. There's no way to turn the safety back on without shooting. Oh, I see. You got to turn the safety off, but then you can't turn it back on unless you shoot. So it's kind of like, what's the point of the safety? Oh no. Like, if you're gonna put something so sinister on your sign, at the very least, don't back it up with the picture of a kid terrified out of his mind with you jamming some scissors into his head. You're not doing yourself any favors here. Hygiene declaration. They're like, we also got this new neck towel. Don't worry, guys. We are dedicated to hygiene, health, and safety here. So much so, we bought a new neck towel. We've been using this same one for quite a while, and we figured it's about time. You know, let's take this thing seriously. Also, we sterilize our tools. And sometimes, we even wash our hands. But, don't worry. If you're wanting to bring your kid here, we do cut kids. There's so much wrong with this sign. Kids Corner. For 10 years old or younger. We got kids' eggs, chocolates pancakes, French toast, grilled cheese sandwich, corn dog and fries, and of course, cocktails and beer selection. You got a Bloody Mary, mimosa, wine and beer. Just ask. Want a margarita? We got that too. Come on, kids. Drink up. Yeah, could I get a Bloody Mary to go with my chocolates pancakes? Thank you. Corn dog and fries. Imagine sitting down at a restaurant. Oh, yes. Could I get the corn dog and fries, thank you. It's funny because they've also made their choice. Or have they? Wait, is that salt or is that pepper? If you saw this in front of you and you want to say salt, which one do you go for? They know what they did. Maybe, hear me out here. Maybe the lids are supposed to be on the opposite ones. Okay, right, like, all right, I'm not crazy here. If you put that lid on that one, it's mostly white, and then it's just got like a little black, you've got like a little black and white theme going, but you got mostly white, and it says salt on it to reaffirm you it's salt. There's even a window, you can see inside, it's salt, but it's just got a black lid just for a little bit of contrast to the other one next to it that's mostly black with the white lid that says P for pepper. Right? If you just swapped the lids, it would be mostly problem solved. It's still a little bit confusing. It's bad either way. I'm just saying, if you swap the lids, it would be better. Your way is less bad, join in? I'll take that. Rainwater directly into an underground parking deck. This is flooded before destroying multiple cars, yet they haven't fixed it. They got their rainwater pipes going straight into an underground park. That's the dumbest thing ever. Digny. You get to start from wherever you want. Digny, or some Ignid, or some Gnidi, or some Nidig, or perhaps Niding, or Edigan, or lastly, of course, wait. Oh, but you can't get there. You can't get there. You can't get to what they're wanting, which is dining. Dining. You need to go you need to work your way back and forth. You got to be like dining or dining. Dig in? They're trying to say dining. Pretty sure it's supposed to be dig in. Wait, is dig in an actual thing? Surely they're going for dining. Oh, dig in is an actual restaurant? Okay, it's American. I've never been, so. You still have to start here and then work your way back here and then read like that, which I guess is ever so slightly better than if it were dining. Never heard of a dig in. Are they good? What do they do? Assuming they do food. Maybe they do some dining. Oh, Melbourne Central, right? Like, I know this isn't, but that is Melbourne Central toilets. The Melbourne Central train station. That's exactly what they're like. You need to literally tuck yourself in next to the toilet so that you can open it and then squeeze back out and then head out and then you can close it. Why are they open that way? You can't open toilet doors the other way because then people will be walking past and you'll open your door straight onto them. Oh, that's just cursed. That is proper cursed. Okay, so supposedly they're urinals, but you gotta like lift the lid? Kind of begs the question, why bother with urinals then? What's the point? It's just a slightly angled toilet at that point. You gotta touch it? It's kind of gross that you have to touch a toilet lid in the first place, public toilet, but then like urinals, like you're trusting people to have good aim at that point. You don't want to be touching that. You're definitely getting your leg up there like trying to trying to prop it up with your shoe. Speaking of toilet, restroom with a AC air inlet right next to the toilet. That's not blowing air out. That's breathing air in for the AC. Blasting the air out straight back into the restaurant main room. Getting the good stuff. That's how you do it. That's bad design. Got like an actual bridge. It's above the ground. And they still manage to make the thing fill up with water. Gravity's on your side with this one. Choose the right interface. Please confirm the interface before your purchase. No. No, don't do that one. But yes, this one. Or no, not the first one. But we do. But yes, the first one. Actually, yes. Do take. But don't take the second. Which one is it? Which one do I pick for my interface? The images don't even match up. Yeah, it makes it even more confusing that this one is for like that one and that one's just not even for that one. Well, yes, but actually no. This one says the grill has a picture of a sandwich made by another grill that doesn't even match with the pattern, I see, because the grill lights are going the opposite direction. But that's how you get a good crosshatch, you know? Maybe it's been grilling for a little bit down the other side. Maybe it's just had a sweet little 90-degree twist there, my friend. Did you ever think about that? Also, it seems so inconsequential. Like, does it really matter? I know from like a design standpoint, but like, they clearly weren't trying very hard anyway. There's no like shadow or anything underneath this. It's just popped straight in. Someone's gonna not buy it because they're like, hold on, that sandwich wasn't actually cooked with the machine. Yeah, well, they don't call it a safety knife for nothing. I see no problems here. Problems with knives these days is that it's too easy to cut yourself. I say get yourself a knife that protects you. Anyway, this person's grandparents' carpeted bathroom has nothing to do with my degree. But I can appreciate a broccoli bathroom when I see it. That is plush carpet. Can I just say, that is a waste. That is a misuse of some properly plush carpet. Look at that. That is some long pile. A bathroom's not the place for long pile. It's not the place for carpet in general. I think that's been well established. But long pile like that, what I can say, getting out of that tub, putting your feet down on that carpet, sure, it's gonna soak up all the water and stuff, but that will feel good between your toes, I can assure you. Anyway, I think it's bad design, obviously, but I don't think that needs to be said. I wouldn't design my bathroom like that. I think you could have had this little carpety bit, maybe like this by this, like this size at the sink. You know what I mean? A little bath mat. This is just bath mat gone too far. The bath, on the other hand, I don't know what to think of it. I also don't know what this is. How do you use that? It's like a single tap. What's this switch? Why is there a switch inside your bath? How does this work? Is it a plant growing out of the deer's back? All sorts of weird stuff going on in this bathroom. Oh my gosh. The caption for this is, got this new hoodie and everyone has asked me why I am wet, and I have to tell them it's just the design of the hoodie. Okay. Big question here. Why did you get that hoodie? Who in their right mind makes that purchasing decision? It doesn't just look wet. It looks dirty. It looks like you've been sprayed with mud. What's with the zipper? What are you storing in there? Your body armor? What are you putting in there? Your folio. That's what I need to carry my design degree when I walk through these subreddits. Jonah, you're always telling us to buy these random stupid things. Not this. I'm telling you to buy things that are like janky designs where it's like, it's Nike, but it just says like Mike instead. Like I'm telling you to get the weird things that are just slightly like off This isn't slightly off. This is just dirty clothes. Someone spilt something in the factory, I'm sure, and then they just decided to sell it anyway. What do you reckon about this one? What do you think? If you don't like it, run away now. Oh, he hates it. He hates it. Gates 1 to 6, straightforward. Gates 5 to 9 to the left. So if you want to get to gate 5 or I suppose 6, do you just choose either? You go on a 45-degree angle. You just walk straight through the wall. This one just confuses me. It's probably both somehow. That's the only thing that could make any sense, is if you can get to gates 5 and 6 by going either way. That's the only way that makes sense. You can't convince me otherwise. This nurse-themed sticker pack with a temperature of 98.6 degrees. That's just below boiling point. I can't come into work today. I got a temperature. That is 209 degrees Fahrenheit. It's an intense fever, to say the least. It's pretty bad. I've had worse. Milk a cow, $3. 2 people, $5. Good deal. Weeknights, 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and weekends, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. I don't see the problem. Oh, no. Something not right here. Something definitely not right with this map. If you're going to do like a silhouette of a map, you can't take creative liberties. Even if it's a stylistic choice, you just can't. The only thing we allow around here is the non-inclusion of Tasmania. I'm joking. It's not a map though, it's art. Ah, yes. It's just a shape. Just a shape. Any comparisons that you draw are your own fault. Something is wrong, but I can't tell what. That's because everything is wrong with this map. Look, I'm no cartographer. I've never gotten around, made my own map. Who's to say this ain't real? You know, that's the real question. Hotel room. Interesting. Very interesting choice for the hotel room there. Imagine you're like on a business trip with your boss or something like that, and you just you got 2 separate beds, and then you just why? Yo, imagine fogging that bad boy up. You could draw so much stuff on the windows. Sure, good design then. Why have a door when it's glass? Probably for steam, but you are approaching an interesting question here in that if it's all going to be glass, why not just not have anything there at all? In fact, if you didn't have anything there, there'd be less questions. You'd almost just take it for what it is. But when there's glass, then you start asking, wait, why isn't this a wall? Romantic poo-poo pee-pee time? Yeah. Nothing more romantic than watching your partner sit on the toilet. It will be fitted with auto frosting, and then that would be kind of cool. Sisters with Spirit. Anel Nasa. It's pronounced Anel, guys. I think that's pretty bad. Especially because the text at the top reads across the pages. The text at the top reads across the pages, but the text on each page doesn't. You're expected to read across the pages here, but then here, there. If that's brand new, then bad, very bad. But also just wallets do that in general. I give you like, I've had wallets before where you like shove like 18 cards in a slot that's only supposed to contain 1, and then it won't hold on to your single cards anymore. But if it's new, yeah, just shove a couple cards in there. Get that good friction fit. Okay. This person stayed in room 204 on the 4th floor. 204 on the 4th floor. Why is it like that? 105 is on 4th floor. 104 is on the 3rd floor. Why? Doesn't matter. All I need to know is where the sauna's at. Give me hot tub and sauna. I don't need a unit. I don't need a room number. I tried to find a pattern, but failed. Yeah, at first you're thinking, okay, they're just putting... No, there's no pattern. It's just seemingly random. Why even have the middle digit? Like, if the middle digit is 0 every single time, why not just make it like room 12, room 21, room 43? Know what I'm saying? Because it goes like 105, 104, 103, 102, hot, 204, 203, 202, 201, tub, 303, 302, 301, 403, and 304, 402. No pattern. Okay, this one's got a long caption. This Jägermeister bottle, I've seen these. These are like the cooler pack ones you're supposed to keep in the freezer. Has its edges, shoulders, higher than its neck. So it's really difficult to serve as an efficient bottle design because you can't pour the liquid that are in those edges. You then have to assertively shake the rest of the liquids that got caught in the edges, risking spill. Oh, I see what they're saying. When it's like almost gone, it gets stuck in the... Imagine you are Jägermeister. Your whole shtick is selling liquid in a bottle. And you haven't thought through the bottle shape about actually getting the liquid out of the bottle. This guy doesn't play by the rules, though. We're tipping Jägermeister into a Jack Daniels glass. Hardcore. Absolute wild card. But it looks cool. Well, they could have easily just filled it in a little bit. You know what I mean? Fill in those corners so that they're not like that. This door will never be opened. Found in an Austrian spa. Why does this look like a screenshot from a video game? You know what I mean? Not even like a recent video game. This feels like it was like, it looks like a screenshot from like Oblivion or something.
Hey, stop! You violated the law.
I see what they're saying. There's a door there behind a bar, and as far as we know, it opens this way, not that way. So you can't open the door. But like that, it looks like a screenshot from a video game, or am I imagining this? It doesn't look real. Yeah. Gmod real life. Exactly. There's like weirdly no shadows, or maybe it's just like super even lighting and it's like a little bit hazy. I don't know. That's so hilarious. So the designer of that car does not care. Where's the problem? Love a good toilet seat design. Great stuff. Immaculate choice of photo. Would be my first pick too. Just a shell. In fact, make the shell a scented photo of the shell and then put that on the seat where you don't even see the shell. Thought the toilet was dirty at one point at first. Yeah. Look, I hate to say it. It's not the worst toilet seat design I've ever seen. I've seen my fair share of toilet designs. Thought it was blood too. Look, it's a lot of things, but it is certainly not the worst toilet seat design. Yeah, the back is definitely a lot better than the seat. That looks like, let's be real, that looks like a little stinking piece of poo right there. 3D hairy arms on 3D characters. Oh, no. Oh, that makes me feel bad. I don't like that. Pluck him. Pull him out. I need them pulled out. I can't. Ooh. I get it if the ad was supposed to look like he's got something stuck in his arms. But supposedly, they're just supposed to be arm hairs. Really, really thick arm hairs. The kind of arm hairs that make you scream out in pain as they grow through your skin. Just over the course of like 2 days. Just bulging out from behind you. The chin doesn't look as weird. You should have just left it at that. These ain't right. This is Kroger US grocery store. That's even worse. I don't want to be looking at this when I'm going to get some groceries. It just makes me want to turn around and go home. Skin-eating worms. Nom nom nom. Lovely. Delicious. Oh, look at that. They don't even connect properly. They're floating. It's like hanging on by the edge. Are they hollow? They're hollow. Who designed this? And then who okayed it? Penne. Just got a bunch of penne stuck to his arms. This is really hard to look at. Someone really aggressively does not want an open kitchen. Maybe your kitchen room. I suppose that's a kitchen. Maybe it's not. That's like a weird front door there. It's the strangest layout. Why have the roof low on that room? But that's not my only question. This would certainly not look as strange after you fill it with furniture, but still, there's been some real decisions that have gone into this. This little wall thing needs to go. Then just like, I don't know, floorboard or tile off that section and just make that whole area there at the kitchen. It doesn't need to be its own little self-contained Minecraft room. Look at the door though. Yeah, the door's on a weird angle, but I think this little box makes it feel weirder. than it should be. From this wall to this wall, if we line that off and give it, you know, you could tile, floorboard, whatever, make it the kitchen area, then we're doing okay. Or like, if you know, gonna stay with this, put something on top of there. You know, give us a little banister. Why are you not using that vertical space? Why would you buy this house though? The question is, who did this? This is definitely an afterthought. Whatever this room is, someone added that in for some reason. The school picture order for my kids brought home a few years ago. It's a nice place to put the fault. That is concerning. That is slightly spooky. A little bit of a Slender Man vibe going on right there. A picture is not important until it's all you have left. Oh my goodness. I was so distracted by the creepy long arms that I did not see the threatening... Okay, now it's really Slender Man. Until it's all you have left. My goodness. That is insinuating that your children are going to die before you. Oh, well, here we are. Here we are. I don't know why I was asking the question. I don't know why we were making such a fuss about that hoodie, jumper, big zip, dirty thing earlier. Clearly, this is just fashion, honey. Look it up. It's just a thing now. This is what we wear. Dirty clothes. Dirtier the better. This is a great piece of clothing even without the dirt. That takes it to a new level. Okay, the last one, the first one, no, you don't need to buy that. It's too subtle. This one you need to buy. And boy, you better rock that to all your fanciest events. Wedding, wear one of those. Funeral, bar mitzvah, the whole lot. This will go down swimmingly. This is a classic. There's so many of these. I feel like they're just doing it to troll these cards, where they don't count. We've discussed this before. Star Wars store. Star Wars store. Star Art store. Looks like a good store. Star Wars. Is that Baby Yoda spin-off?
Star Wars ore.
Kit Kat's messing with us. Kit Kat's also, gotta say it, hate to say it, a little bit sus, but that ain't right. Kit Kat drink. What? First of all, you know, before we even get to the logistics here, you're putting a single Kit Kat. Just one little, you've broken off one little Kit Kat off from your Kit Kat bar, whatever it is. You're putting something else aside to keep one little thing jammed into the bottom of your cup. Not even getting to the point where that's just a terrible spot for your chocolate in your hot mug with your drink that's gonna melt it all over your table. What was the thinking here? There was none. It barely even looks Kit Kat shaped. And you gotta put the Kit Kat in upside down. Drink Kit Kat. Just in case you weren't following, just in case you didn't know. The drink, that's the one up there in the cup. Kit Kat, down below. And then if you went to drink from it, the Kit Kat falls out. What is the point of this? First of all, buy it. If you ever see this thing, buy it. Gonna be worth a lot when the meme market really kicks off. Second of all, a lot of thought went into this thing for it to feel like absolutely none did. Someone had to, there's a whole production process that goes into making this. Think outside the box. I mean, you know, Circles had already won here. Someone decided to think outside the box and say, nah, I won. And you just don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? This is not encouraging me to think outside the box. Kind of makes it seem like thinking outside the box is just a bit of a silly thing to do. You're literally playing a game with the simplest rules possible. It's so hard to mess up the rules of tic-tac-toe, but there you go, you've done it. Thanks, you're thinking outside the box. Yeah, exactly. Think outside the box. Cheat. We got a video? It's not often we get video on the terrible designs. What is... Wait. Hold on. Okay. Wait. Everyone's falling. Everyone's tripping. Over what? What is it? Is there something there? How are they all falling over? Oh, is it another step? Is that a step? Hold on. Enhance. Zoom in. It must be a step. It must be. Elevated court. There we go. Bad design, clearly. That's like a solid 30% hit rate. There's something needs to be done about that. It's the cable for the mic. Yeah, I was thinking it could be that. It could be this line or something. Either way, something's wrong. And if we can't tell what it is, that only goes to show. What? That is infuriating. Imagine actually trying to play a game. White wins every time. Oh, no, white loses. Well, no, I guess, yeah. I don't know. That's horrible. You know, you guys say my eyes, not just from a visual standpoint. How on earth are you supposed to play that? And the caption is, we had to stop. We kept mixing up our pieces. Someone actually tried. That is, so it's clearly, whoever made this, like, just did not think it through. Chess, more like mess. That's good. This chess piece is two turd looking swirls instead of one. Guess it's mine. I guess, like, they're supposed to be, like, pure white and then the ones with texture. But, like, I don't know. I feel like these three and maybe that one look like they belong to the same... The rest of them, I don't know. That is horrible. Which way are you supposed to tilt your head? Like, are we going, you know, from the subtle difference in the 8, you're supposed to tilt your head this way. Except it looks reversed on my screen. Whatever. You're supposed to... Because this circle right here is slightly smaller than this one, that makes it 6, 8, 6, 9. Not 6, 9, 8, 9. But still, you know, maybe a line. Just a little white line here. No, wait, here. That is pretty, that's a poor choice. But that is, you know, 8 being the real MVP there. Giving us, yeah, even just a clue at what we should be doing there. Oh, this is good. This is good. Good meme. What are you gonna do with it? Okay, no, all right. Let's be real. Let's be super hashtag real here while we get a bunch of E's in the chat. Hey guys, it's an ebook. It's a display piece. You're not actually supposed to write in it. It's a display piece. You'd get maybe 2 of them for some initials. Maybe you get a good like 4 or 5, spell out an entire word. It is a display piece, not intended to be used as a practical piece. Then we're going off a style thing. Should it be a display piece? Would you display it? I don't know. I would just like to see the madman that uses it as their notepad though. You just take it to class. You're writing in that thing. I don't know. I imagine for a certain context, it could be actually kind of handy. You know, something where you need to write 3 things down and 2 sets of notes. You can write from here to here, then write a little bit of notes, and then from there to there, and then your little notes. You know, look at the label to see what it says. It doesn't help. The label literally says Goodwill Thrift Store Wares, miscellaneous, $3.50 each. I frankly think $3.50, especially from a thrift store, that's asking a bit much. You know, that's a little bit rich. This is the kind of thing that would be maybe $3.50 brand new. If you paid more than $3.50 for that, now I have questions. Someone donated it. LaMayo. Yeah, people sometimes donate the strangest things. The darndest things. Simply Pure H2O for you. I am no chemist, but if I had to hazard a guess, I wouldn't think that would be something very healthy. I don't think that would be something you should be putting into your body. U is uranium. So we got what, 4 uraniums? A gallon? For $1? Uranium? Uranium water. Wait, are we getting it wrong? H2O4 is hydrogen superoxide, but I think H2O4 is an ion. It's tetroxide, 4 oxygen. Oh my, okay, I shouldn't have even asked. I don't know. It's been a very long time since I did science in high school. It wouldn't be one of these videos without a video of a door lock that doesn't work, right? You can already see the problem with this one. Well, that was unexpected. I was fully expecting the whole thing here to be the fact that you can just reach over the top and grab the other side. It's not a problem with the lock. It's a problem with the fact that the handle is on the stationary side. I've never even thought about that as a possibility. I'm just looking at my door now, imagining the handle on the wall side, and then you just push the... That's just a good prank. The old switcheroo. It's to intimidate burglars. They knew that they couldn't feasibly lock this thing because you could just reach over, but they didn't want to have a taller gate. So instead, they're like, let's just confuse them instead. At least we'll slow them down. Authentic pizza. Authentic Eiffel Tower pizza. Oh no. And then you've gone and printed it onto how many pizza boxes? People really just be chucking the word authentic around, aren't they? Oh my goodness. This is a urinal in Germany. The urinal itself, this is the urinal. This is it. You stand on this grate here and you pee onto this in perfect full reflection. Perfect view of everyone else standing at the urinal. Oh my gosh. How do you like make that? Like how does that pass everything? Like how does that end up a real thing? The number of people that this thing has to go through, like it's not just some like easy, it's like some little graphic design that you chuck up and someone goes, oops, because no one checked it. This is like, you have to build the thing. Wait, I don't get it. What don't you get? This here is like a urinal, like a pee wall urinal. You stand on this little grate thing and dudes pee onto this wall, but it's a mirror. So now you're peeing onto a mirror, which is already a little bit weird. But then you fill this up with blokes all needing to pee. And now you're all just, I guess, avoiding looking down and instead just like making eye contact. Because there's like, what do you have to do? Like everyone closes their eyes or something? Because no matter where you look, it's weird. I'm sorry, Germans are weird. Also, the amount of pee you get on your shoes. Oh, well, the amount of pee you get on your shoes, that's just universal. That's got nothing to do with the mirror. That's just a problem with urinal pee walls in general. That's a global phenomenon. I would just use the toilet. Well, yeah, I think so. I think you might just use the toilet. Close the door though. I mean, you would, but you really want to close the door now. All right, let's move on to this person's Airbnb shower. Fantastic design. I mean, or just a very tall person. You never really know. This Portuguese football team short. I was confused first. I was distracted by the hand print right there. I see. What? Why are you putting a red circle right at your butt? That is the strangest thing to put on a short design. Dirty butts, that's not the point. The dirt is not the point here. That is of natural occurrences. That hasn't been designed onto it. That's the worst spot to put that dot. It doesn't really get worse than that. What? Why? Adult Halloween Native American costume. I don't think that doesn't check out. that does not check out. That, my friend, is a caveman. Well, I guess maybe if you go far enough back, maybe. I don't know my prehistoric history. Prehistoric American history. Native Americans definitely had cheetah skin. Yeah. Well, I don't know. You never know if you go far enough back where these animals were roaming, you know, back in the word for that fancy word for when all the countries were combined. Maybe cheetahs roaming around. I don't know. I don't need to defend this costume. I don't know why. I'll move on. The stop button on this bus. Right there. Yeah. Right next to the knee. It's just like a you know, a COVID safety kind of thing. You don't need to touch the button with your hands. You just stop the bus every bump. That is silly. It's proper silly, mate. I'm always baffled by these. We see something like this every time we do this. So this is clearly some like hotel room, and For some reason, there is this shower that just has full view of the room, or vice versa. The only like thing I can understand with this is if like A, it's like a solo room, like a single bed, then it's just like, whatever, why not? Why not? Or B, you're like in some like Japanese love hotel or something where it's kind of like, it's the vibe, it's the purpose. It's because it's a little bit freaky. But this doesn't look like that. This looks like you're in like the Gold Coast. You're at like surface paradise. You're gonna go down to the beach later. You've just come back from the beach, better yet. And you just like, you need to shower before you go out for dinner with your family. But for some reason, there's an entire window. And so everyone needs to leave the apartment while you shower. You need to like take it in turns. Like, all right, everyone else out. Now you can go in and have a shower. Oh, actually, good point. Yeah, I don't care if I'm in love. I don't want to see them poo. I hadn't even thought about that. You also have full view of the toilet. You can just see straight in from the bed. You can just... Again, okay, that means we've brought this all down to the only possible option, that this should be a single room with a single bed, and like you have one person in here. Otherwise, it's just a bit weird. All right, finally, we can do some design talk. Ascend. All right, look, this is what it's all been for. I'll put my degree to some good use here. Channel my inner designer. I'll give some expertise just for free here. If you've got a brand name that is Ascend, maybe if you're chucking logo ideas out there, and especially if you're going for one, you've really settled on one, I would advise maybe rethinking if that logo is a down arrow. Literally the depiction of descent. And I know, look, sure, easy for me to say. I've got a design degree. So like, yeah, obviously these things are gonna come naturally to me. Maybe not to everybody else. But maybe now that I've explained it, you two at home can see how this might be a bad logo idea for this Ascend. Down arrow. Up. Whenever he flexed, just put... No, that was... I was joking. For anyone who doesn't catch the subtle sarcasm there, I was joking that you would need a design degree in order to... in order to tell that maybe a down arrow next to the word Ascend doesn't make the most sense. Anyway, skinny sauce, smoky barbecue, or chocolate fudge cake. Identical design bottles. I'm just surprised that you're getting a company that makes both smoky barbecue and chocolate fudge cake sauce. Skinny sauce, skinny syrup. Right, okay, they do sauce and syrup in like exactly the same design. What would be worse? Chocolate sauce on your steak or smoky barbecue sauce on your ice cream? Actually, what's worse is a lame question. Which would you eat if you had to? You can see the chat going nuts, voting for either one, they would prefer to eat smoky barbecue sauce on ice cream, or two, chocolate fudge syrup on a steak. You don't put barbecue sauce on steak? Well, yeah, but I'm just trying to pick like something that it would... I don't, unless it's a bad steak, but you might. People do. I was just trying to think of like a generic thing that you'd put barbecue sauce on, okay? Don't come for me. Looks like people would prefer to eat at like a 2-to-1 ratio here. People would prefer to eat chocolate fudge syrup on a steak. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and I'm gonna say I feel like barbecue sauce on ice cream wouldn't be as bad as you guys think it is. Especially if you put that on some like vanilla ice cream or something like that. Barbecue sauce is already surprisingly sweet. And like, I don't know if you've ever tried like balsamic vinegar on ice cream. It works. It actually works. I mean, sure, fudge, like the chocolate on steak, maybe that kind of would work as well. But I think I'd just honestly rather go some barbecue sauce on ice cream. I feel like I'm deciding against you guys on that one. But you know, I respect your decision. There's the poll. There it is. People would prefer chocolate fudge syrup on a steak. Which dinosaur is different? Let's try to... Here's some good design. Which dinosaur is different? Oh no. Okay. All right. This is pretty tough. I feel like maybe a step somewhere has been skipped because I am trying to find a different dinosaur. Number 2. Wait. Every dinosaur is different on the inside? True. Or maybe this little spot right there counts, even though it kind of looks like it's a different color. Or what about this train crossing a 7-lane highway? Wait, a train? What? How does it... Wait, are you kidding? How is there even a... Wait, where's the track? How is it a train? Is it like a train on wheels? That's just a car. It's a truck. It's a truck. What on earth am I looking at? Is that there's a train track that goes through a 7-lane highway? What kind of design is that? Build a bridge. You can build a 7-lane highway. You can build a bridge. I don't understand. It doesn't look like there's any tracks. So is it not? Oh, geez, we're getting all kinds of views. What? Oh, there are. There's tracks. There's tracks. What? Why? It does, and it doesn't even have like lights. You just gotta look. Oh, okay. Train there. Nah, I can still squeeze. I can still make it. Oh, there are lights. There are lights. It's just up to you whether you obey them, I guess, because that other guy did not. Hey, look. Satellites. Cheaper than building a bridge, I suppose. Yellow as a container for gallons of drinking water. Yeah, you're not fooling me. That's either vegetable oil or pee, and I'm not drinking it either way. Yeah, Bear Grylls in here, though. Might give it a good swig. Yeah, why are we using yellow? That's... proper bad design. Bed sheets that look constantly like you wet them. Oh, no way. Oh, that's actually like part of the design? Why? How do these things pass any sort of anyone? Just like, this has to have been developed and created and like printed by an AI. I refuse to believe that there was a human involved in any step of this process. It's the Italian map. I think it's like Italy on an Italian flag, but they just picked the color of wet. That is the Indian flag? I don't know. I'm terrible. Everyone was just saying Italy in the chat, so I just went with that. No, it's not Indian. Yeah, you're silly. You thought it was in India. It's clearly Italian. It's not Indian for sure. I know, that's what I told him. We have filmed this before. Look. You can out yourself. I don't mind. You're allowed to say you watch other Reddit channels. I'm telling you. I haven't looked at this post. I haven't looked at any of this. So yeah, sure. I mean, fine. Maybe you can find them sooner on other Reddit viewing channels. But where else are you gonna get this handsome face and such a great sense of humor? You know? It's on your channel. What? This post came out 1 week ago. I will find it. It's on your channel. All right. Okay. The bet is on. Did I dream this? Oh, now we're backtracking. Went into Walgreens and all the drinks are like this. You can then wave your hand to see pictures of what's in each case, but only know what's sold out once you open it. Okay, we saw one of these. It wasn't this same place. It wasn't a Walgreens. It was some like service station or something. I hate it. I hate it more now, actually. That was just one fridge. This is all the fridges. Milk, water, soda. Why would you need to wave your hand at this thing? It's such simple, like, why? We're wasting our money. I don't care. I'm all for cool tech, right? I love cool tech. You know what the perfect tech is for this? You know what would work perfectly? Glass. Let's just use glass, all right? It works. How are we complicating this? You don't need to write in milk. It's just clear that it's milk. You just look at it and you go, that's milk. It hides the specials. And it hides the specials. How are we gonna know what the sale items are? That took forever. I'm not going insane. Just see, it turns out it was Robert 80K. That's what I was saying. I told you right from the start. It's okay. You're allowed to it. Look, especially if it's Robbie. If you know these posts because you're out there watching Heartthrob Robert IDK, That's just fair enough. Oh, here we go. All right. Okay. All right. This has been on my mind. I tweeted about it. If you don't follow me on Twitter, that's bad design. That's just bad. Like you designing your life. You should follow me on Twitter is what I'm saying. I tweeted about this. For those of you who don't know, this is the Spotify Wrapped thing. So everybody's seen this. I don't know. Where have you been if you haven't seen this? Oh, I use Apple Music. No, you don't. Nobody uses Apple Music. Okay, first of all, the colors. I mean, what are we looking at here? It's just it's an absolute mess. We're picking terrible colors. We've gone way back in time here, and not in a good way. The most obvious thing here is the stretched font. And you know what? You know what I learned real dang fast in design school? This is perfect. This is perfect. I could finally use something. This is like the first time in this entire series. This is what, like the sixth, maybe seventh time we've done this. I have such a specific memory in my head. This was like, I swear, second class. Might have been third class. I don't know. Looking behind me, and my teacher just the sheer disappointment. It's like you get your new you get your new bunch of students in, and you're like, oh, maybe we're gonna have some promising students this year. Maybe we're gonna have some good stuff. And she's sitting there looking at one of the students' computers, and the student has stretched the text vertically, and you just see it on the teacher's face. She's just like, am I really gonna have to explain this? It's just like, just don't stretch your fonts, okay? If you're gonna stretch it, width or height, make sure you're stretching it both equally, okay? The fonts, they're designed in a certain way. It needs to be respect. It's so disrespectful. Do you know how much work goes into designing a font for then someone I'm gonna be good. Yeah, read that. Good luck. What does that top one say? Tell me. It's horrible. You know, if you want a taller font, they make those. They make taller fonts. But that's not even the worst part. It is. It's a precursor to the worst part, all right? You need to have just a little bit of self-awareness, okay? You need to just sit back every now and then, look at your design. First of all, show it to a couple people. Please, take it on board. Don't be that person. Oh, well, I actually think it's kind of cool, even though literally everyone says it looks terrible. And I think it's kind of nifty. So we're pushing it out to literally everyone who uses Spotify. I can't believe I have to spell this out. If you have to write the text next to the text, you've done it wrong. Right? It's so simple. Number one, underground hip hop. Right, okay. Thank you. Thank you for writing the text again, because the first text was illegible. Why bother having it there? Why is this here? Why does that, if you're gonna have to just write it again, because you're admitting to yourself that no one could read this. So why do it? I've never wanted to cancel my Spotify subscription so hard. Anyway, your flag retired with honor. Your flag retired with honor. Not for trash. Okay, well, maybe don't make it look so much like a trash can, okay? The kind of funny thing about it is like your flag retired with honor, and then people just like dumping orange peels and bananas onto it. Your flag retired with honor. Meanwhile, telling people, by the way, this isn't trash. Or don't put it next to another trash can. I mean, either way, if you just see this and you walk up to this, it's like, you're not going to sit there and read the thing about the flag. You're just putting your trash in the trash can where it belongs. Cannot make any jokes I would like to because the Americans would get angry. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's low-hanging fruit, Allison. Resist. Oh, well, this is kind of nifty. This is horrible in a great way. Like, I love this as much as I hate it. It's absolutely horrible at communicating. But as like an illusion, this is kind of fantastic. 3 or 5. Imagine this for like floor 35. It's actually very well done because it is so convincing as both. I can't choose which one it actually is. Every time I think I'm gonna go with one, then I think, oh, maybe it's actually the other. But if I had to guess, I think it's a 3. I would go with a 3. Yeah, it's maybe it's ever so slightly more a 3 than a 5, I guess. It's a 3. It's a 3. It's a 5. 5. 3. That's some good stuff. All right, let me just read the ingredients right here. You didn't think about your contrast. Friends. Friends designing cans. Friends don't let friends design cans like this, all right? White text, yellow background. Nah. Okay, if you're gonna do that, think about it. Add some contrast somehow. Add a little, you know, you add a little stroke. That's that's how YouTube thumbnail designers do it. Or you know, any sort of background. Add just like a general dim. Just add a little black box behind it. Bring the opacity down. You honestly only need like probably like a 10%. Just something. Give us something. Waterproof design. The tracker is waterproof, sweatproof, and bulletproof. So you can wear it in heavy rains and washing hands. Not for swimming and showering. What? Waterproof design. So it's waterproof, it's sweatproof, it's bulletproof. Wear it in heavy rain, but not swimming. And certainly not showering, okay? It can be shot, but just don't wear it in the shower. Love it. Lovely. Fancy. Beautiful. This is how Picasso drew his self-portraits. I was looking in this mirror. And that's what really happened. As he got older, he just got worse and worse mirrors. His mirrors started breaking and then he was drawing in. 22,200. It's the year 22,200 and no one is alive anymore. $2.50 though. What a steal. What a steal. You didn't have to design them like that. Like, you could have fit those twos in. You could have fit the twos in. And you know it. Style. It's fashion, honey. 24/7 study space from 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. only. Okay, all right. First of all, yeah, obviously not 24/7. Secondly, 12 a.m. to 7 a.m. What kind of time frame is that? That's bizarre. Clearly, in their head, when they were at 24/7, they just meant like 7. They just meant the 7, not the 24. Yeah. Love a good scale profile. Yellow anaconda. There we go. Here we have it compared to a 1.8 meter man. And of course the yellow anaconda is 3.5. Yeah, but it's wiggly, you know, that's sure, the straight line is 1.8 meters. But once you add in these wiggles, if you were to straighten them out, definitely 3.5 meters, obviously. The indicator light for the webcam on my laptop affects the video and makes it flash. Oh, because it's so close to the camera that it like, yeah, or it like lights up the plastic in front of the camera. Ah, that is horrible. That's just a really bad design. Clearly no one ever, okay, this just goes to show no laptop company ever actually tests the cameras on the laptops. How else would it make any sense that it's 2020? Well, I guess it's still 2021 at this point. and they're still this bad. How are laptop webcam cameras so bad? I know it's all about like the processing and the thing and the space and the thing, but like, come on. Not one. There's not one that's actually any good. And not to mention, they're still pulling stuff like this. You're still getting a little fleshy plastic. You can see the thing fleshing up with the. I mean, come on. The caption says, "Don't come downstairs. I'm pooping." You know what I say? I say get rid of the railing here, so you can just run straight downstairs, straight onto the pooper, straight onto the can. Straight down. This is a weird looking sink for this, like, kind of, but it's almost looks like a kitchen sink. Also, what's this handle doing? Is that supposed to help you get onto the toilet? Because that's not, no one's got arms that long. No one's got arms that long. And the toilet paper is fairly far, but this, like, that handle, that's for a towel. Okay. All right. Well, now I just feel like an idiot. I guess that makes sense. All right. Anyway, back to the stairs. The stairs. The stairs with a dump. I mean, there's got to be a door that you lock at the very top of the stairs. That's the only explanation here. It's still super weird, but here's what I'm saying. Just get rid of this. Get rid of that. You don't have to do like a little loop-de-loop. Imagine when you're busting, you run down here, you got a little fling around. Just get rid of that. Straight down. And then for all the adventurous dudes out there, see how many steps high you can get and still manage. It's a bit of fun for you. Join it. No, bad. Oh, come on. This is the mother of all elevators. How? We got the button for Hogwarts. -2.5. They're just messing with us at this point. -2.5? What kind of a floor is -2.5? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5.5. So that's actually the floor in between 5 and 6. You know, I don't know whether this is bad design. I mean, sure, it's confusing, but like maybe it's necessary. I don't know what kind of magical universe this elevator's in. Maybe it makes perfect sense. Maybe we just can't figure it out. But if we were there at the front of that building, you'd look at it and go, ah, -2.5. Makes so much sense. It says -1, but -1. Why is -1 weirder to you guys than -2.5? I know it says -1, but it also says -2.5. That's the weirdest button here. Floor 0 is an interesting choice. Keep your eyes. Keep your eyes. Be uncommon. Excellent. Amazing. Driven. Energetic. Fearless. Treat yourself. Keep your eyes. Okay, all right. Usually you laugh at these and then you're like, oh, that's funny because you can read it this way. How are you actually supposed to read this one? Keep your eyes uncommon? That doesn't make sense. I don't get it. Keep your eyes uncommon. You guys keep saying that as if that is fine, a fine thing to say. Keep your eyes uncommon? That doesn't make any sense to me. My fridge is too cold. I have no idea which direction I need to go to fix it. Temperature setting. All lights on for coldest setting. Cold. Recommended. Cold. Okay, that's pretty bad. I actually literally had an issue just like this today where I was turning on my aircon and it's only now just starting to get hot in Melbourne, and I turned it on and I don't know the last time I used the thing, whether it was set to heater mode or aircon mode, I don't know. And it had a sun on it. And then I tried press the other mode, and the other mode was a snowflake. And I just start racking my brain going, okay, so sun either means it's warm air, sun air, I guess, or it's sunny outside, it's warm, so I want to turn the aircon on. Vice versa, snowflake either means snowflake air, or it's snowing. So, obviously you want to turn the heater on. Sun is hot, snow is cold. Well, I know that. But are we talking about the air, or are we talking about the weather? I literally had to Google it. I had to find the manual online. Sun air, LMAO. That's what I'm saying, sun. That's the weirdest depiction for that. Oh, I want hot air. And it turned out that is what you do. It's if you want cold air coming out, you turn it on to snowflake mode. If you want hot air coming out, you turn it on to sun mode. How does that communicate? How does this, it doesn't make sense in my head. Why am I putting it onto sun mode if I want hot air coming out of it? What is the aircon doing? Has it got a sun in there? It's just like, just got a tiny little sun that's making all the heat. I feel like if you're gonna use a sun, you're kind of depicting the weather, the mode. It's like, what mode? Oh, I'm gonna turn on to sun mode because we're sunny. It's sunny at the moment. I want to cool down. No, you turn on warm air or you turn on cold air. No, you turn on snow air or you turn on sun air. It's just a bad depiction. Give me a different picture. Anyway. Yeah, I've got a design degree. It's not the thing I've used most in my life, but that's what this series aims to fix. Today, we're not just looking at bad designs, we're looking at good and bad. Comparing, contrasting, that's the design term. Contrast. Fancy degree words. Bet you don't know what that one means. Wicked Twilight shirt. We got some sweet little nubs on the shoulders for grip. When someone's really giving you one of those, you got... No, okay, obviously that's not the bad part of this shirt. The bad part is that it stretches. I don't know. Bad design, good design, depending on how you want to look at it. If you're going for a funny shirt, I'd say fantastic design. It doesn't get any better. What is this? What? Oh. Don't give it too much weight at the top. It's very comfortable. Okay, I was gonna say, it doesn't look like it'd be comfortable with a laptop. What is this? Are you supposed to be able to use it like this as well, like a desk? But then you can also use it as a lying down desk. If you awkwardly prop up this leg and have your laptop propped up against your leg, and your other leg, mind you, is hanging about with no support, and your head doesn't have any support either. Good design of a chair that is intended to show you bad design of a chair. That is my professional analysis of this terrible design. Distance now. Distance later. Distance. This one specifically. We will all be in a line. There'll be streamers. It'll be such a party. Like, okay. All right. This one's supposed to be a good design one. And like, yeah, I get it. I mean, is it good design or is it just an okay pun? You know, these are the questions we need to be asking ourselves, because just because it's a pun doesn't mean it should be done. And you can put that one on a t-shirt and that will be a good design. All right, we have a slide. Now, like I said, I am well versed in design and digital media. A slide is perhaps the most physical media you could come up with. So I'm not qualified by any means to comment on this, but I'm going to anyway. I just love the legs. What's the idea? Like, what happened wrong? I don't know. Too much friction. More water. Soap. Get out the dishwashing liquid. If my design degree taught me anything, it's that the slide needs more dishwashing liquid. Pepsi took wrappers/bags from fast food chains that serve Coke and found a place on the bag where they could basically get their logo. Better with. Right, okay, all right. So this is supposed to be a good design, again. And like, sure. But you're telling me that each of these only serve Coke, but not Pepsi? That just seems like such strange advertising. Burger King, better with Pepsi. They don't sell it. You are gonna have to find your own Pepsi and supply that for yourself. And there will be Coke, and you're just gonna have to reject it and say, no thanks. I'm gonna go buy my own drink because it's better with Pepsi. I struggle to believe this is even done by Pepsi. I reckon there's some, like, someone just whipped it up as like a funny little interesting thing. I don't know. Okay design. So far, we've got plenty of bad designs and a couple of okay designs. The design of this DVD case. Okay, that's cool. You got me. You got me, but cannot help but feel that maybe this is unintentional. Wait, so either this DVD doesn't have a print on it, it's just a blank DVD on the top, or they've put it in upside down. And do you think the people that sold the DVD put the DVD in upside down just for like this one-time gag, opening up and be like, oh, that's cute? It's like they're looking into it. Anyway, I'm going to put this the right way around because it's stressing me out. The Gaelic Athletic Association in Ireland show voting results like this. Yes, no. This is 214 votes, and this is 2 votes. If you're gonna use the height of a tube to dictate a number, make the tube a bit higher, okay? You don't need a design degree to know that that is a terrible form of data visualization for this case specifically. Bad design. Bad. No. Hey. Shh. Bad. Supermarket trolleys in Sweden have a map of the supermarket for guiding. Where are those in IKEA, right? Like, look, okay, Sweden, cool. I like the idea, but like, if you're gonna do this, of all shops, put it in the IKEA, all right? Now look, I'm a pro, okay? I know my local IKEA inside out. I can get you to all the shortcuts. I can get you to the lamp section like that, but the average person is not so obsessed with Swedish meatballs as I am. The average person doesn't go to IKEA as a fun outing like every other weekend. And this seems like a great idea for specifically IKEA, because people get lost all the time, and then they're walking the wrong way and they're just like they're going against the arrows, but maybe the maps would help. Then you get people not so confused walking back and forth. Good design. Obviously, that's great design. I like it. Now put it in IKEA. Please, no riding in wagons down sidewalk. Then don't make it look super fun. What had to happen for this to be a problem? Where are you seeing so many wagons? It must be like a place where they supply wagons. I don't think I've ever seen more than one wagon at once. And like, why? You know, bring back the wagons. Why are people using why are wagons old-fashioned? You know, you think wagon, you think, come on, puppet, have you got your apples?
Yes, Papa. I have my wagon.
Bring it back. What have we got to prove? We're always carrying things around in bags and stuff. Like our muscles are so big, we don't need to put it on the ground. Reject modernity. Embrace tradition. Buy a wagon. Amazon has reflective panels in the top of the locker so you don't have to jump around like a maniac to make sure you got all this stuff. Huh. I guess that is good design. Intentional? Maybe. Oh, yep. No, yep. We meant that. Yeah, that was totally on purpose. That wasn't just like the offcuts of just something else we had lying around. I mean, yeah, sure. Good design. You don't want to look like a maniac. Liquid cream pouring in the graphic on this cream carton always makes me think real cream has dripped down the side after pouring. Oh, wait, it hasn't? Oh, that's the graphic. That looks so bad. It looks stained.
Delicious flavor in your coffee. Smooth texture with a touch of indulgence. Great with cereal and fresh fruit.
Cream? You guys buying cream in big old Tetra Packs? That's nuts. That looks like a lot of cream. Anyway, well, bad design. You need something a little top here. You need a little graphic that shows you pouring it so it doesn't just go all the way up to the top. Okay? All right. Graphic design. Hey, degree speaking here. Listen up, kids. When you are designing your cream Tetra Packs, make sure that show the carton itself. Or like, you know what? Get fancy with it. Have it in a glass jug. Show the top of the glass jug here. Bad design. On many Japanese toilets, their hand wash sink is attached so that you can wash your hands and reuse the water for the next flush. Japan saves millions of liters of water every year doing this. I had one of those when I was staying in Japan the first time I went, and I thought that was pretty clever. To me, that is good design. And no, before I know what you guys in the comments, you guys are thinking about it the wrong way around. I guarantee you, one of you at home right now is losing their mind. You're like, what? That is the grossest thing I've ever heard. It's the other way around, okay? You wash your hands first. That water goes into the little basin here, which then flushes. You're not getting flush water to wash your hands with. It's the other way. It's a good design, okay? Good design. If it were the other way around, bad design. That's not how you want to do it. Cinnamon multigrain cereal. Putting the bowl in. Right. Yeah. Are you a cereal first, a milk first, or a milk then bowl kind of fella? Where do you lie on the spectrum? Yeah, usually there's like a little, see, there's a little text right down there. Guarantee you that says serving suggestion, which just makes it funnier. Just pour your milk all over the table, and then just smash your ball into it. Done. Bad design, but I guess you don't really think about it. Amongst the cereal, traffic signals with LED lights on the pole itself. I mean, nifty. We got like a cyberpunk-ish kind of vibe. I mean, like it looks cool. I don't know how necessary it is, but it probably helps some probably helps a little bit. I don't know. Sure, it's cool. Instead of making these thermometers turn off, they just stay on and display the word off, making them run their batteries faster than other models. Thermometer says word off, therefore draining battery. Bad design. From a marketing perspective, yeah. Well, good design, because then they sell more thermometers. Wait, you can't change the battery? Surely you can change the battery. This seems like the thermometer group and the battery group are in cahoots. They struck some deal. You're paid $10 million to have the off sign on the thermometer. Bad design. Tesla's door handles when it's icy. Yeah, I mean, how... You can't do a checking out bad designs video without someone showing you their Tesla door handle in the ice. I mean, looks like he's making progress. Frankly, I think you just gotta commit. You gotta mean it. You gotta put some muscle into punching your car in the morning, like the rest of us. Time to say goodbye? Well, this is a little awkward. We haven't seen you around in a while, and are getting the feeling you might not be excited about Hempa anymore. We're gonna take you off our list now, since the last thing we'd want to do is bother you with updates and announcements you're not interested in. Well, this is awkward. You haven't really been like buying our products recently, and so the last thing we want to do is annoy you with dumb emails that don't actually mean anything. So so we're gonna send you this dumb email that doesn't mean anything. We're just gonna send you one now. That thing that we're saying like sucks. Oh, that is the last thing we would want to do. And it is the last thing we're doing. Bye. This Korean snack has 2 notches on the bag, so you can open it. And the second notch is for easier access in the later stages of snacking. Why stop there? Put them all the way down. Look, this isn't making that much a difference. I reckon put it like here, you know, like put it like halfway down. Add a third one. I appreciate that. Kind of cool. Also, you know, let's actually talk a little bit of design here. Love the packaging. I don't know what it says. Obviously, you're communicating to me that it is cheese. It's cheese something. But I love this style. I love this this minimalist kind of style. I got my whole degree off the back of minimalist design. I actually kind of wish my teachers would have told me, all right, look, you did minimalist design in your last project, so maybe for this one you should try something different so that you don't end up with a degree in minimalist design. No, I'm kidding. I mean, I designed other things too, but this kind of thing is my favorite. I like the design, the notches, cool move. Add a third one. Those are my cliff notes. A flyer for a construction company in Japan. Oh my gosh, a construction company. This construction company really decided to change up the game a little bit. They're like, listen, no more. The construction flyers that we're handing out, they're boring. People have literally died of boredom from our flyers. What we need is pizzazz. Here's your task. Go to the casino. Go to the slot machines and just anything you see, anything flashy, put it on the card. How you, like, this is completely illegible. You can't read anything here. Even if you could read Japanese. I mean, good luck. Dorifuru. Oh, Dreyful. That's the name of the... Right, it says it right there. Dreyful. Okay, fine. You can read something, but nothing important. Bad design. Kind of cool design if you didn't need to read any of it and you were going for something very specific. And, I mean, it has its own appeal. I don't know what for, but for a construction company flyer... Look, you're subverting expectations, that's for sure. But bad design. The worst bathroom I had ever seen, you know. Oh gosh. Something here was an afterthought, that's for sure. Can you imagine just having that? Getting on and off that toilet? Surely you'd just start sitting on it sideways. Like, honestly, I reckon you'd end up just sitting on it sideways. Then you gotta do like an awkward kind of reaching for the toilet paper behind you, but still. Well... I mean, bad design. No one's saying that's good design. You actually could have just rotated this 90 degrees and it would have been significantly better. If the toilet was just against this wall here, like it's so easy. Big shout out to Crunchyroll for raising the height of the play bar to compensate for subtitles. Some of us need to pause and read sometimes. Pretty smart, pretty good move. I mean, seems like a pretty basic feature, but all right. Denmark. I ordered some sample colors for new blinds, and they sent me actual tiny blinds. That is adorable. I can't help but wonder, the patterns on the blinds, are they scaled down as well? Or are the patterns that size on the big pieces of blinds? But maybe that information is included. Very cute. That means good? Good design? Cool. Cute. I don't know. Go ahead, I dare you. Bike lane ends in... The bike lane goes up while this traffic... Wow! Why is the bike lane on the other side of the road anyway, in the first place? Why is it like this? Okay, well, bad design. Quite possibly the worst. The worst design. Getting your pedestrians to bike right into a bus, I wouldn't, you know... Call me crazy. I wouldn't call that the best design. I love and my son. I love chocolate and chocolate, my son. I love and my son chocolate. It's such a weird t-shirt even if it did read properly. Oh, what? Daredevil, my favorite Marvel series. Why did you have to do that? Who does that? Are they like different releases where they're like done like years apart? Are they like, but they've got the same style. Also, I know it says Daredevil, okay? It's an innocent little ha-ha. I said direct evil. Ah, yes. Smart. Make the truck invisible. Make it reflective. Make it impossible to see. That's what trucks need. To be not visible on the road. Very safe. Bad design. Bad design. My 3 tacos came in a container that was made to hold 3 tacos upright. Are you messing with me? Like, are you... This thing has like 426 upvotes. This is supposed to be good design. And like, sure, cool that your tacos are supposed to be kept upright, but am I the only one that's seeing that your tacos are an absolute mess? Particularly the one in the middle. It's crushed. Clearly it wasn't that great a design. That is a lot of guacamole. Local pub uses an app for ordering and they have this page. Tap water, report that I'm feeling unwell, ask for help. Okay, no. Obviously, good design. I just can't help but feel the first place my mind goes to is if like the ask for help or feeling unwell was like a couple pounds. Walk up to the bar. Yeah, can I get a ask for help, thanks. Actually, no, I'll get it. I'm feeling unwell. 2 of them. I'll get 2 of them. Can I get chili sauce with that? No. I mean, yeah, good design. Makes sense. The wording's a little bit strange. Surely they should have like a I'm feeling unsafe or something, right? Like, isn't that like that would be the ideal situation for this? Where it's like, you know, you're at a but you don't want to draw attention to yourself or something. You're feeling maybe uncomfortable. I don't know. So unwell makes it seem like you're reporting that you've had a couple too many beers. And ask for help, you know. I'm just saying, what if you want it to be a little bit discreet? They should have a discreet option, is all I'm saying. Other than that, good design. Okay, why are you looking at me like that? And why does this thing exist? Because it should not. I don't think it should. Bad design. This is in our hotel room. Sunshine. They put the cheat codes in the title. I mean, it's a bit of a stretch even to get sunshine, to be honest. 1 person is okay. Tick. 2 people is okay, but in red. No homo, but homo. Yeah. What are they even saying? Is this like, is the red tick for the blue suit or red for hot? It's allowed. And you know what? And it's actually kind of hot. The Grace of Kings, The Wall of Storms, The Veiled Throne, Ken Liu. Oh, have you read the latest book in the series? Yeah, the series by Speaking Bones. Why do they do this? Look, this is people post these posts on these subreddits. Why do they design this thing so poorly? Why does this design exist? Why does anything exist? Capitalism, money, the American dream, getting rich, my friends. That's what it is. You bought the 3 books in the series. Now the 4th one comes out. Jump! Go back. Buy 3 more. Buy them again. This is money we're talking about. It bothers you? It bothers you that they swapped the title and the author? Guess what? You can solve your problem. Because yeah, they've re-released those books. Go and buy them in the proper formatting if it's really that big a deal to you. Spend your money. Jordan has changed. Not sure the cover artist read the book. All Quiet on the Western Front. I'm gonna be real with you, Chief. I don't know what I'm appalled, actually. I'm appalled that this book that apparently might not be about a cowboy has a cowboy on the front. It's about World War I. Oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. That makes more sense now. What? How are they doing this then? Like, how does it happen? It's a movie that takes place in France? Well, I don't see the problem. They've got cactuses in France, don't they? Clearly an alternate history book. How did nobody notice? That's what I'm saying. Like, look, I get it. If I, as a designer, was given the prompt and all it said was design the book cover for a book called All Quiet on the Western Front, I might come up with something similar. I might. But then what? Then I have to send it back. You know? I'm not in charge of distribution. I'm in charge of design. I don't make this little cowboy, slap him on the cover, and then go, okay, do you want me to sell these now? And they're like, yeah, just go off. Just go. Get us the money. I send it back to someone who probably knows what the book is about before they sell it. Been to France. That's what it looks like in 1917. It's the will. It's not the will to win. To prepare to win. That matters. Everyone has that. That matters. Paul Bryant. All right, Paul. You have to slow down for us a little bit. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. Is that it? Isn't that it? Did I not just get it? Dude, don't move. I'm trying to decipher your back. Now we got a trash can.
So let's throw some trash into this trash can here. Let's just open it up. It falls into your lap.
What?
Great.
The lid is like holding it up?
You just open the lid. Then it's good.
Wait, so you need to grab the top lip, not the bottom lip. That makes all the difference. Who is going to pay for that? Anybody in their right mind. $75 for this thing? I don't even know what game it is. I'm already pulling out my wallet. That is some wicked design. Not to mention, $100 for frog thing? Wait, this is Reddit. Aren't they Reddit snooze or something? Are they Reddit avatars? Is that what they are? Because $100 feels like a bit of a steal. I mean, being able to flex on your Reddit friends, that's priceless. I mean, it's $100, but the flexing, that's priceless. Reddit NFTs, that's if they were not fungible. These may very well be very fungible. Flexing and frog themed, I'm in. It's a win-win scenario. And I'm just sitting here thinking $99.99 seems like they should have been asking more. Couldn't figure out why I kept grabbing the wrong size out of the multi-pack box. Then I realized all 3 sizes come in all 3 colors. R for what? Regular? What's the R for? S and then S plus. Regular, super, and super plus. I guess that makes sense. It's not really sizes, but I mean, I'm not the one who called it sizes. It was in the title. A bench that doesn't drain. Ah, it's the wet butt bench. It's my favorite. This looks like Australia. It just feels like it. I don't know why. Anyway, that's not the point. The wet butt bench. Thought it was a really bad slide. You know, if you get like a little run up and then you do like a little side scooch down the bench, then you know maybe that's the point. Maybe that's why it's sloped in like that. You need little drain holes or something. It can't be that hard to design a bench. It's just a bench. You need to be able to sit on it, and you don't want it to become a pool of water. Asian fam. If only there was a letter in flame that could resemble a flame. That is clearly a boo-boo. That is a mistake. That isn't like someone saw this and went, oh no, it's probably fine. Like that is just a mistake. Nah, they just don't got L's. Stay winning, kings. Asian flame don't take no L's. The shadow of the numbers are in a different font than the numbers themselves. Oh, I love this one because it's so dumb. I don't know why it's so funny to me. That is the most hilarious design fail. The effort that you would have to go out of your way to create this problem. Why? You can't do that accidentally. Like, you have to do that on purpose. We straight up have, like, serifed ones as a shadow for a sans serif 1. Pi has yet to be solved, so the digits go on indefinitely. If pi has yet to be solved, how do you know that the digits go on indefinitely? It has yet to be solved. This graphic used by the consultant company where I worked. Red is the company color. What does the company do? It's a lock company or a speed bump company. That doesn't really work. A company that sells door stops. They sell red door stops. Makes you realize that you're the mistake. Maybe, you're right. Maybe the company is like someone you get on board to help downsize your company. If you got stacks of employees, you need to get rid of some of them. You get the red company in, they look at all of you and they go, you got to get rid of the cog on the left. It's not working. The carpet in a hotel elevator is not damaged. Wait, it's not damaged? You can't tell me it's not damaged. Oh, all of the hallways look like that too. Wait, that's the pattern? That's the pattern of the carpet? Hey, could be damaged. Don't have to replace water damaged carpet if it's already water damaged. This is just 5-head. This is just good design. This is like the people that buy brown cars. You know, there's like bronze, brown, poo-colored cars. It's because they don't want to have to wash it. This is the hotel doing the equivalent. Never have to wash their carpet if it already looks as bad as it could possibly be. From a baseball stadium that took 1.2 billion NT dollars to build, this sure exceeds the expectations. Now, you see, this is a classic example of downselling. How do you upsell if you can't downsell? How can you sell expensive tickets if you don't have cheap bottom of the bucket tickets? These are the cheapies. These are like, hey, our ticket prices start at $15 for the big game. You can come watch the big game if all you have is $15. But 150? Most of them 150. Some of them go even more expensive. See what I'm saying? For the people with long necks.
So I work in a warehouse, and just inside there's a sump pump. So for when it rains, water will go into this drain in there and gets pumped out of here. Now, can you guess where this is going? It's going down there, all the way around, down here, right back into the drain. Great design, guys.
So it goes into the drain, goes through a big old detour, and ends up back in the drain again. It's for recirculation, I guess. Yeah, you just got to give it a chance to pick up some like dirt and stuff on the way. What? Master of moisture. Masters of moisture. This is both a good example of why you should, but also why you shouldn't contract the designer. You should contract the designer because, look, you're gonna end up making something like this. Let's be real. You also shouldn't contract that designer because he's gonna come back with something like this, and you paid money for it, and now you all right, okay, well, let's chuck that on the back of the car then. This car's made by Apple. It's the new Apple car. Yeah, maybe it's just a Worcestershire sauce company. I think there was no designer involved, just a guy with rudimentary knowledge of Photoshop. That doesn't have to be Photoshop. You could do that in Microsoft Word. I guess they're trying to go for like a puddle theme. You know, I think the concept is there. It's never gonna work because you're always ending up with a W if you're going for that idea. But, you know, the sign on this coffee shop is terrible. I can't even read the first word. I can't imagine they thought this through. Team, let's decode. Let's get this. Clearly starts with an S. Visual? Oh, dang. Unreal? Unreal could work as well. Unusual could also work. Unravel. I mean, maybe it just is what you want it to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that one. This one. Imagine trying to tell your buddy to meet there for coffee. 9 a.m. tomorrow? Sure. Meet me at coffee. Oh, you want me to meet you at coffee? Don't go with fight it. The flow. Don't fight it. Go with the flow. Maybe that one. Don't cross go with. Fight cross the flow. Unbalanced pan only stands correctly when there is weight in it. Pretty annoying and even dangerous with hot oil. That ain't smart. That is, admittedly, just bad design. I'm not going to come up with a reason why that is a good idea. Why is it outside? Like, look at the setting for this pan. Maybe, I guess we're at like a caravan park. I guess you're doing some outdoor caravan cooking, getting a little trangier out. No smoking propane. To be fair, genuinely good advice. If they've had an issue with that in the past, I'd understand why they would put a sign up. Refarsum, rearsum, T-Rex arsum. Rawsome. It's supposed to be an O. That's not an O. Fearsome? It can't be fearsome. It starts with an R. Wholesome. I understand rawsome, but that is just the furthest thing from an O. This seems to be like a common theme on this subreddit. People just can't understand. You can't just put a thing in front of a letter and just let it be the letter. It's gotta at least remotely resemble the letter it's replacing. You can't have like the word wholesome, but the first letter is just a drink bottle. It doesn't work. Crossbows from r/design asking for the font name. They were roasting it in the comments. No. What? This is actually impossible. This is genuinely worse than the Scribble coffee place. The art of doing nothing. Wait, really? Oh, it like drops down to the next line. The AR next line T of DOING NOTHING. Oh, dang. That is pro. You guys that just got that right, that is pro. I feel like we got some like graffitiers in the chat or something because I could not read that for the life of me. Barbus. Juice. Thick and rich shaving cream. Original. At first glance, I thought the can was badly rusted. Turns out it's part of the graphic. Oh, because it's a beard buster. It's for men. It's... yeah, of course it's rusty. It's a man's product. What else do you expect? Men don't want clean, fresh, new cans. They want rust in their shaving cream. That's how you sell shaving cream. You think men are out there buying brand new cans of shaving cream? They're too manly for that. Men love tetanus. You got that right, Allison. If I know anything about men. And shaving cream? Perfect. It's the perfect application of rust. You're getting straight in with the blade. Chilled juice and kids. Hey, no, I understand. Chill your kids out. You know, your kids are bopping around a little bit too much and you just want them to chill. So you take them to chilled juice and kids. Need some cool kids. What? Yeah, can I get a, what juice do you recommend? I recommend the Magno Magic. All right, and the kids. Juiced kids. No, I don't know. To be fair, I don't think the kids are juiced. I think they just come as like as a side dish with your chilled juice. Yeah, you order your juice. All right, yeah, sure, I'll get a Mango Magic. All right, was that small, medium, large? Just medium, thanks. All right, and would you like kids with that? Jeez. Take me out on a date first. Maybe we should get to know each other. So dumb. All right, don't worry. You'll about it be okay. Don't worry about it. You'll be okay. Okay, no. There's no way that works. Your line break is completely wrong. Gear shifter in a car I was in took me a solid 5 minutes to find it when I got first in. Well, I guess it's not hard to find when you're looking at the photo. This has, what does it say? 7,000 upvotes. Is it that bad? Obviously, this is an automatic. So the plus and the minus thing is dumb but it's definitely an automatic. I don't think it's like the best design, but I don't think it's the worst design. I don't understand. What does this mean? Well, it's for the gear selector. You put your car in drive. You got to pull the little D switch. You have to look down every time you switch gears. Yeah, but it's only for getting into reverse or park. I just don't think it's that big a deal. There's just not really any point to change it. Well, change it from what? There are plenty of different designs for gear shifters in cars that you get all sorts of weird and wacky ideas recently. I think there's a lot of other terrible designs in cars, like putting like temperature or volume controls into touch buttons or sliders and all that kind of stuff. At least it actually has dials, which I think is important. This just doesn't bother me so much. Doesn't a Tesla like not even have buttons for that? For instance, very annoying when you're wearing bulky, heavy winter gloves. Okay, right. I mean, that checks out. Like if you live in a cold country, that would never occur to me because I've never in my life driven with gloves on. But I guess there's people that do. So the clock at Vienna Central Station is only correct when viewed from outside. It's actually 9:10. I see what you're saying. Right, it doesn't make much sense to have a clock at a station of all places that would potentially give you the wrong time. The fact that there's no numbers makes it worse. Right, like if you could see the backwards numbers, then you would be able to tell that it's a backwards clock. Put a tarp over it. There we go. Meltime coming in with the with the real design solutions. Solved it. Next one. 10-foot movie marketing standee that desperately needs a deal. Oh my gosh. A review. A race car drama dazzling enough to put the audience in the driver's seat. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Well, at least it's 10 foot. That's the only thing it's got going for it. It's not... Okay, no, this deserves to be on the subreddit. Because it's actually just bad design. It's a Wikipedia article. Because like, even if you want to put the review somewhere, the design in general is so poor. I'm not even going to touch on the fact that it might be strange to have these giant written reviews put somewhere. This is just bad. See these lines? These lines of text for how many lines down you go? We're only going like, what, five or six lines down? It's too wide. Too long, first of all. You gotta move your eyes like a meter and a half across just to get through a sentence. Too long. Bunch it up a little bit more. That is the bottom of the poster. They designed this poster and then they were like, oh, crap. We got that other review we were supposed to put on there. And those screenshots. Just whack them on the bottom. Like this thing here, that is the bottom of a poster, not the middle. That doesn't go in the middle. This doesn't go at the top either. This is a jumble of a design. Even if this is specifically what you want written movie reviews on a giant poster. They let the intern design it. Yeah, this actually strikes me as like, this wasn't like a real poster that the team at Gran Turismo sent out. This is just the movie theater just came up with the poster. Like some bloke at the movie theater who works there in the marketing department or something is just like, yeah, I reckon it'd be good to put like a review up. And people can read the review and they can decide whether they want to watch the movie or like the reviews are pretty positive. I think this will really get people wanting to watch the movie. Let me just, I've dabbled a little bit in Adobe Illustrator before. Probably not. I've dabbled a little bit of design work in Microsoft Word. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it was just like slapped together by someone who works at the movie theater. While we're on the topic, 4 theater seats with 3 cup holders. Now you see this right here, this little star. That's where this guy puts the cup. I don't know why I'm laughing at that. Yeah, that sucks. There's clearly space right here to put a cup holder. There is no excuse. There is simply no excuse for this one. While we're on the subject of movie theaters and bad design, I'm not gonna say that tripping over in a movie theater is a good thing, but when I'm paying money out the wazoo, mind you, movie theaters, they ain't cheap. Is it too much to ask for the lights to be turned off? You know, the lights, these ones. And I get it. I understand. It's an OH&S nightmare. People are going to be falling down the stairs. It's dark in there. You're going to have people possibly dying if you don't have these lights in the theater. But I say skill issue. Like, if you're going to a theater, you're paying money for the ultimate theater experience, and you're being blinded by the lights on the stairs. Better yet, don't get up. Just stay in your seat. What are you paying money to see a movie, and you're standing up in the middle of it? You're just walking around, blocking everyone's view. I say fall down the stairs. Use your phone light. I mean, I think the solution would be like maybe some very dim glowing strips on the edges of the steps or something that's like enough to see when you're looking down at it, but not enough to like blind you out the corner of your eye. Or like, if we've got to work with these, then maybe put them on like a motion thing with a slow fade, and they can see like someone's coming down from like 10 steps away, and it slowly fades on by the time they get there, so that then it fades off, so it's not like always on or something. Or just a feature to pause the movie. You just pause it when someone gets up. All the lights turn on, it just pauses. This tiny, almost invisible ledge has made multiple people trip up, and it's on a balcony. Oh no. There's like just a tiny lip there that goes up just enough to like get people tripping straight over the edge of the balcony. Okay, there's no excuse for that one. Keep them on their toes, or off them, as it were. It's even harder to read in person as the glitter changes color. Let's get celebrate. Let's celebrate. Yep. Not let's get Brait. Let's get Brat. Okay, hear me out. Devil's advocate here. Clearly, we're going for visual glitter puke, but does it really need to communicate let's celebrate all the time, all the place? You know what I'm saying? It's a notebook. So you can say it's hard to read, but does it even want to be read? We're always asking whether the notepad is easy or hard to read. What does the notepad want? You ever consider that? Maybe it's a bit of fun. You move it around. Sometimes it says, let's get bread. And then sometimes it says, let's buy it. All I'm trying to say is, I actually don't think that it's that important that this notepad is communicating, let's celebrate. I don't think it needs to communicate all the time, let's celebrate. So if you've got to move it around to read it properly, does it really matter? Ergonomic catastrophe. Workplace outside of the library in the new university building in Frankfurt. Oh, very specific. 33 centimeter / 1 foot. This person's really into their specifics. Bench, table distance, not movable, hard metal edges, painful to use. Okay, that was a very detailed title to say the table and chairs don't move and they're very far away. I hate that, especially at restaurants when you're trying to eat. The table's bolted down and you're like, hey! You just gotta like throw the food into your mouth. But that's funny though, because that's in like a library and people are gonna be like on their laptops and they're like, maybe it's just for very long-armed and necked people, you know? Ever think about the giraffe people out there? Ergonomic catastrophe. I like the way this person writes. The title is bad design too. The title reads like they've submitted a ticket to the like library, like the design team at the library. They're like listing all of the issues with it that needs to be fixed. But it's not even the library. It's like they've sent it off to like the local community, trying to tell people specifically where it is and what the issue is. This bench, again, another, we got the location, gotta know that this one's in Poland. I'm not gonna try pronounce the city name. Can't get behind there, just fills up. Now see, that's a design feature. Over time, it just fills up and eventually it gets to the very top and then people sit on it and it just compacts. And eventually it just becomes a solid unit of cigarette butts and bottle lids. And the butts slowly wear down the bottle lids. And now, over the course of about 20 years, they've saved some timber. You know? They've used about 50% of the timber. It's a cost-saving measure. Can you blame them? Look twice. Motorcycles, beware, are everywhere. Look twice, motorcycles. Be aware, are everywhere. Wee people. Look twice. Be aware. Motorcycles are everywhere. Roses are red. Violets are green. Motorcycles are the world's best machine. That's an original piece of joining poetry right there. Defibrillator. Now, stand by it. Whenever you see Comic Sans and you question it, I need you to question yourself. Why are you questioning the Comic Sans? It is a very readable font. And when else do you need it to be so readable? But when you're talking about a defibrillator, heart start. There's no way they call it a heart start. It's got to have a catchy name. Won't forget that one. Hey, did you bring the heart start? Comic Sans is one of the best fonts to use for English learners. Yeah, I'm not joking. Comic Sans is very readable. There's something about it that makes it very easily read. Although I will admit, the all caps Comic Sans defibrillator, it starts to look a little bit like a bit of a jumble of letters. Send helped. This man needs heart start to start his heart. Is Comic Sans is bad? But there's a time and a place. And when we're talking about something as serious as heart defibrillating, did it do the job though? You know? Can you read it? The title though, they're so mad. Why Comic Sans? Why? It's like the final straw. They're just like, what? Comic Sans. Why? The mattress is edited on the photo. And why are they on the floor outside with the mattress next to them? It just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Well, they're sitting back in nature, admiring such a nice mattress. You know why? It's because budget. They had a photo of the mattress, and they didn't have a photo of anyone sleeping on it. They also didn't have anyone that was particularly good at Photoshop. Or better yet, you know why. This is a chain of command situ. When you boil these posts down, it's always a chain of command issue. Someone says, hey, can you do the thing? And then someone goes, yep, I'll do the thing. Can you combine these two photos together? Setting photo A, people lying on the grass, and photo B, mattress. And someone goes, yeah, sure, no problem. Job done, boss. But look, what are we trying to communicate here? We're trying to communicate that it's a wide blue mattress and you lie down on it. Do you really need to see the people lying down on it to know that that's what you do? Look, there's lying down happening and there's a mattress. You can put two and two together. Just need some Comic Sans. Fire extinguisher or flamethrower? Fire extinguisher. Oh yeah, the flame is coming out of the extinguisher. There's a fire on the table. Point this thing at it. Now there's no fire on the table. There's just a really big fire coming out of the thing you're holding. Makes sense. To dedicated the one I love. Wait, what? To the dedicated one I love? Dedicated one I love to the. Dedicated to the one I love. There's no way in which to the comes after dedicated, but before one I love when you read that cap. That is 100% to the dedicated one I love. I might accept to dedicated the one I love. Either of those ones is fine. There is just no universe that says dedicated to the one I love. Why are the letters spaced out so much in dedicated? Because they needed it to fit. They needed to fill up the box here. You know, they had to adjust the tracking. They had to adjust the tracking. I have a design degree. Tracking text. What's the difference between leading, tracking? Kerning is the subtracting text. Kerning. They needed to adjust the kerning. Design degree. It comes in very handy. Johnny, you should know this. You think everything you learn in university, you think it all sticks with you? You know what really sticks with you when you get a degree? The ability to look up what you need. Googling. A degree teaches you to Google properly and then to just find out what you need from the Googling process. Is that going to make a difference? Nah, because you're Googling it anyway. In fact, you don't even need to know what it's called. You just know what the little picture looks like in Illustrator, and you drag that thing to the left and right, and then it just happens. Who cares what it's called? There's no language in design except aesthetics. Whatever looks good, baby. That's the only rule. Make it look good. Look, I'm just giving this out for free. My degree was not free. Not only the shower and the bathroom are together, it wasn't built for what is that title? Not only the shower and bathroom are together, it wasn't built for claustrophobic. This bathroom though. I love it. Have you seen my oblong? What? Yeah. You gotta check out my oblong. What do you mean is that not an ensuite? Nah, mate. You'll see. Oblong. Imagine like your partner's showering or something and you're just trying to get to the toilet. You just gotta you've just had a shower and now it's super wet every time you gotta go to the toilet. Plus it's like old marble, so you know that's slippery AF. I feel like you would get mugged in this bathroom. You wouldn't have anywhere to go. We want to talk about feng shui. Sitting on that toilet, sure, you're in the command position, but boy, an intruder comes in, you got nowhere, buddy. Unless you're good at jumping. Pluto, first of all, not a real planet. Uranus, Neptune, Saturn, Neptune and Uranus are mixed. Right, sure. But here's a question. Does it really matter? Grow up. Who cares? What's that knowledge going to do for you? Huh? Order of the planets? We got real issues here in life. Yeah? We got to worry about things like taxes. You're just coming home, trying to keep your marriage together. But the planets, these two planets are the wrong way around. Who cares? Why does the guy have nipples? Now that's good design. That makes up for any bad design. How would they know if they've ever been to Neptune? Yeah, you ever seen it? I could not now, but I didn't think I could have ever told you the order of the planets. And I would argue I have never needed to. I don't think I've ever really been in a situation where I need to know the order of the planets. Again, pretty easy thing to Google. They're spending all this time teaching kids things that they can just Google. Do you ever think about that? They go through 12, 13 years of school just to learn a bunch of crap they can Google. They're always going to have a phone on them. It's your classic floor level window looking out 15 degrees down over a patio sort of living situation. What are these titles? Helps us settle. I'm trying to just see what they're on about. Yeah, it's kind of hard to make out what the problem is. Like, I kind of get it, but it just seems almost nitpicky at this point. The window does look weird and it's kind of on the floor, but I don't know why it just doesn't really bother me. It just doesn't seem that bad. Help Snoopy as the World War I flying ace through the maze. Oh no. Not again. Yeah, Snoopy ain't getting through that maze as the World War I flying ace. He's not getting very far. He's gonna fly. Right, he's in a plane. So what's the issue? The ingredients list on this sauce packet. The sweet and sour sauce as featured in is pretty dang hard to read. At first I thought maybe it would be on the underside, but then it would be backwards here, and it's not. It's very clearly, yeah, that... Shame if you want to find out whether you're allergic or something. Although I guess at this point, you'd probably know whether you're allergic to the sweet and sour sauce at McDonald's. But speaking of this as featured in business, I read a Google article the other day that said McDonald's coming out with new as featured in meals or something like that. And I was reading the article. I'm like, so what's the meal? And I genuinely think it's nothing. I think it's just the same food, but then it says that it features in, and then it just says some show or movie where they ate McDonald's. But it's like, who is that convincing? Like, you weren't gonna eat McDonald's, but now you are, because you're like, oh, right, that's what they eat in the show Loki. That's what they were eating. It was McDonald's. I want to be like Loki. I'll eat some McDonald's. Like it's McDonald's. I just don't think McDonald's even needs to advertise. I feel like they're wasting too much money on advertisements when it's McDonald's. That's the ad. It's just McDonald's. Like, sure, if you have a new burger, then maybe tell some people about it. But if you're just advertising the idea of McDonald's, you're wasting your money. The BTS meal sells well. That's not the point. That's an actual thing. This isn't anything different. This is just sweet and sour sauce. It's not anything new. They already sold it. They're just like letting you know this is the same sweet and sour sauce that they eat in the show. Oh yeah, it's McDonald's. Pedicure box looks like hair. I've got questions. First of all, what is a pedicure box? And why does it look like that? It doesn't just look like hair. It looks like, poo. You put your feet in it. I don't put my feet in that. The little thing you put your feet in. Okay, but then what happens? You guys are gonna have to elaborate for me? It's like a manicure, but your feet? Yeah, but what does the box do? If you get a manicure, as far as I know, you don't need a box. You sit in the massage chair and there's a mini tub for your feet. They scrub your feet in the box. You put water in the box. So it's a sink? It's just a sink. It's like a spa for your feet, and then you wash your feet in the water. But what's the pedicure? I thought pedicure was just the nails. Now they're washing your feet. That too. They wash them first. That's like a full service to your feet. They get the whole the 9 yards. Yeah, do the lot. It's like when you take your car to get washed, and they're like, "Do you want to pay the extra $10 for the special foam that'll get rid of all the ants that are smooshed on your car?" They got the same thing for your feet. They don't want to touch your sweaty feet. See, I didn't know that was a part of the experience, but now I'm on the other side and saying, but isn't that the job? Isn't that like the point? So they put your feet in a box and then they turn the water on. It just feels like you could have done that. Like, surely you should have done that, like in the shower. How often do you need to wet your feet and pay for it? T-shirts are no longer allowed here. Due to the amount of t-shirt spam on Reddit, we're no longer accepting t-shirts of any kind. User post t-shirt here may be reported. No more t-shirts allowed on the Reddit? What? Kind of fair, because I feel like a lot of the time the t-shirts, they're bait. Like, they're selling those t-shirts because they know. F in the chat for all the badly designed t-shirts. Jordan taught us to buy them. Yeah, the t-shirts are. You can't often buy the t-shirts, yeah. While we mourn the loss of all of the badly designed t-shirts, I reiterate to all of you, because you may not be reminded again, when you see a badly designed t-shirt, buy it.